That might be too much. That might be way too much. Damn. Cover my damn sneeze. And I see the yellow pop up. Oh man. Hold on for a sec. Let's get some things covered. Yeah, I had my volume way, 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 way too up. I thought I muted it. Oh man. Tacos and shawarma podcast. Fair use. I don't think okay. Oh yeah. Also, I will be low key speeding through the show. Um, it's just I the my time frame from like now and today. This weekend I was way too busy. Yesterday I had two shows. Tomorrow I go on tour, so it's I have no time, zero time. But the panel is open. It's pinned to the top. We're gonna review this show. I'm not gonna do really anything extra. Meaning, I think outside of playing this show, I don't think I'm gonna cover anything else. I don't think so. Let's play the first couple. Well, let me see what we're dealing with here, right here. Fair use, by the way. Fair use, by the way. Let me make sure I have to make sure my speed's at 1.25. Okay.
Hi, I'm Elle. I have a very special guest today.
Okay, good, good, good. So we're working. We're working. All right. We're working. Okay. Let me read some of these comments real quick. Sup, V? So yeah, the panel is open. I will be playing, just doing this one. I just gotta check my Instagram just to see if there was something else amiss that I had to cover. Just to make sure. Let me see. Mm, let's check. Oh, here we go. So I will eventually do this video. This is by what's his name? The Daily Rap Crew, whatever. And her opinion right here on the RP space. I don't know who she is. Um I don't know who she is. I don't know if they considered her a quote unquote ally, but the reason why there's really no female allies in the RP space, it's to tell 304s to go against everything that their sisters before them establish. You know what I mean? The opportunities that they have today. There's no way that they're just gonna get rid. You know what I mean? So they're never gonna go all the way pro men. Never. That's not gonna happen. Let me turn off this light. They had like that would be unfair to ask. To be fair, that would be unfair to ask. This is why. So you'll have the Lawrence Southerns of the world, right? These people. Who else? Ali, yeah, yeah, yeah. Real Femme Sapien, these people, then eventually what they do is like, oh man, the RP space for men is so toxic. And eventually they get tired of the space because they're not really pro men all the way. Not really. They can never be. This is why there's really no such thing as uh the queen of the RP. That's why I always jokingly say the queen of the RP is going to be actually somebody that's actually not really of the space, but somebody that encapsulates why we need this space. That's why I always say Aisha Curry is the true queen of the RP because she encapsulates everything that we warn men to watch out for, and is like probably the number one example of what you don't want your quote unquote dream girl, right, to become. So before I play the video, hey, what's up, Angel? So yeah, I'm gonna play. So let me see how many people we got. So I'm gonna play this video real quick. I'm gonna do a quick reaction. Then we're gonna go into the Elle. Then we're gonna go into the show. Then we're gonna go into the show. But let me quickly react to this quick clip right here.
Are some amount of men that they're in their masculine and they understand that you're supposed to pursue a woman and court her and how to treat a woman. They understand they're supposed to protect and provide. But then you have the other half where they're just trying to figure out life and figure out where they fit in at. So a lot of them beat on their chest like King Kong and say they're alpha when they're really just a beta. Then you got some of them that claim that I'm masculine when they're really feminine. Society and a lot of things that's on social media, especially red pill content, got messed up. Well, men messed up. There are some other men that, they're in their mask.
So right there, she slipped up right there. She slipped up. As soon as she's talking about, oh, the RP got these ninjas messed up. Oh, sorry. I mean, men messed up. I'm like, there we are. There it is right there. There it is right there. That's what I was looking for. Now, and this is very common of women that join the space where they're telling men how to be men. Oh, another example, Sarah Dawn Moore. That's another glaring example of a chameleon, right, in this space. I'll say the most egregious of women that are in this space is Samantha Lee. That would be Tyrese Gibson's ex-wife, his second wife. That she's the most egregious of them all, in my opinion. No contest. Probably the most egregious, you know. But this is why when you talk about women in this space, it's a sacrilege. It's a disgrace. But yeah, let me look if my thing is still pinned. Let me check because I have the right amount of people in the live chat real quick. Let me just double check. Oh, my bad. You probably could hear my voice. But yeah. So my StreamYard is still pinned. If anybody wants to join the live discussion of Elle bringing her child's father to the show. Now, this is rare. This is why I'm covering this. It's rare where you'll have a single, a quote unquote single mother, right? And she'll bring the child's father on the internet with her so he can speak his piece. That's rare. That's very rare. But she didn't do this out of the kindness of her heart. She's so arrogant. She's so cocky of the court of public opinion that she really believes her own sauce. So she's gonna be like, man, if I bring him on there, I'm gonna get all these views and I'm gonna prove that I'm the right one here. Because most I always say this, most of the single mothers, they smart on Instagram. What they do is they always talk crazy, but they make sure nobody knows his tag. They make sure nobody really knows his location. They label him all types of things, but they give like no regards to what he is or what he looks like, so people can never find out his side of the story. But Elle was you're gonna, once you finish seeing this show, you're gonna see she is a dumb mud shark. She is a dumb mud shark, and you'll see, you'll see. So fair use. This is Elle bringing her child's father to the show. Fair use.
Hi, I'm Elle. I have a very special guest today. You want to introduce yourself?
I mean, you can introduce me if you want.
So, we're doing something new today. I had to change sweaters because I got makeup on my other sweater, but my kid's father is here. I wanted to let
Kid's father.
That was an interesting thing that I didn't notice. She talking about she had to change her sweater. She got makeup on the others. She was really out. I know she always be OD on the makeup, but damn, she was OD trying to show out. Anyway, that's never mind. We'll leave that alone.
my child's father is here. I wanted to kind of give you guys an insight into they want to know why I'm so arrogant and all that shit, and why I am the way I am, and a lot of the things I've said in the past. Things evolve and change, and we wanted to be mature adults, and come together and show people that even though parents can have differences in their own personal relationships, they can still get along in the sake of their child. So
You've been on the show lying to people.
Enter Pooky number 1. He said, I noticed that too. I got makeup on my sweater. I'm like, huh? Okay. I don't know. I know I'm a hater first when it comes to certain people, not certain people, but people in general. Oh, Angel's on. Here we go. Let's get him on here. Angel, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's up? What's up? Good evening. Good evening, everyone. It's gonna be another
Yeah.
fun night, huh?
Yes. This will be one of my favorite episodes. I know it's gonna be it's not gonna be obviously 4 hours because it's
Oh,
the
good.
interview. The interview's only about what 40 something minutes, 48 minutes. So that's the only thing I'm covering. But
All right.
yeah, I just wanted to do this specific reaction video to a woman bringing on the child's father onto the podcast just to really argue in front of the nation. But what do you think about that so far, though? Just that intro.
Well, I think she probably, I don't know. I don't know her too much. I don't know what's the situation here. From what it looks like, she just probably want to go and just try to see if she could embarrass him and try to show all the women out there how hurt she's been and how right she is and all that other 3 or 4 stuff. You know how that goes. I mean,
Yes.
it gets to be tiring after a while. So that's what I think. But
That
I
was
don't know. We'll
yeah.
see.
That was basically the same. I came in there with almost the same sentiment as you. I was like, oh, she's trying to bring her Pookie, her alleged Pookie baby father in just to show that she's the right one. So yeah, that's basically how I came in.
I've been lying to people
Lying to people.
about. What did I lie
That's
about?
what this show's about.
Okay, what am I lying to people about?
Telling the world that you're a single mother.
I'm not a single mother.
No, you're not. Single mothers don't experience fathers that have photo shoots with their son at the age of 1 and get them shooting with brands
what's a single? Hold on, let's just
fly them.
hold on. What's a single
Fly them to
mother?
Philly and spend $3,000, $4,000 on
fly
a.
to Philly.
I'm
My
talking.
son's
That's great. I'm saying, but
he's never been to Philly in his life.
he hasn't. Hold on.
No.
So he didn't go to Philly for a birthday party at my Aunt Kathy's house?
I don't know if that was New Jersey
No,
or
that was
Philly.
Philadelphia.
All right.
Single parent.
Now, people in the chat understand when women be laughing like that, they're deflecting heavy. Usually, she probably didn't even know that he was gonna go on the offense like this. So now you have like this new breed of baby fathers fathers. Now usually men kind of kept on the hush hush on the dealings between them and their baby mothers. Now you have guys like the bald guy that's the break dancer. Did you know about that story, Angel? Like the guy.
No, I never heard of that one. No.
Yeah, is a guy where he's bald, but he was a break dancer that made a lot of money, but his daughter was going around saying that he was a deadbeat, and he made like a reaction video saying she's capping, and people were basically telling him to shut up, but he basically brought out all the receipts and basically exposed his daughter, and people were saying he was wrong for exposing his daughter for being a liar. But back in the past, what would happen is the mom would just be like, oh, he's a deadbeat, and people would just take the word for it. But now fathers are now going on the offense. So here,
Well, they should though, because the thing is that, well, then again, I mean, no matter what the man says, he's always wrong and the woman is always right. That's a come shows like this happen though. No matter what happens though, no matter what type of proof you have and everything like that though, the man is always wrong, and that's no good. It's like you go to court to plead your case, and even if the case goes in your favor and you're right and you have the proof on it, the judge is gonna say no, guilty. That's wrong. You know, that's wrong. So then what are you supposed to do? You go, you say what you got to say, and you show proof and everything like that. You got to do it for yourself, no matter what. But either way, that's the way it is in today's society, unfortunately.
Man, sad. But it
It
was
is sad. It's
interesting
very sad, man.
when he clarifies, like, yo, this is what I'm saying. Like, she don't even remember. He takes his son out, but she don't even remember. But the first thing she does is laugh just to kind of just throw him off. But she's thrown off
Yeah.
rip because she didn't know that he was gonna go on the offense and be like, yo, you've been lying to people.
Yep.
Parents don't go
So
through.
I'm not a single mom.
You're not a single mom. I know single moms, and they don't have none of that going
Bro.
on. They don't have none of that kind of action going
Yo,
on.
you're like,
They don't have first birthday parties with.
okay, so you're
with
saying
family.
I'm married.
No, no. What I'm saying is, you're projecting to the world that you are a parent who's alone with no kid's father to be there for your child.
I never said that. A single mom is an unmarried woman with a child. That's what a single mom is.
I don't know. I just know I've been in my son's life from the beginning. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't say you weren't in his life.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Oh, I need my lip gloss. Hold on.
What the?
I forgot about it.
This is when I saw that part, I knew she was gonna have trouble in this interview. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, why was she even okay? Anyway.
She's probably giving her time to think of something, though. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. No, keep going.
No, I was gonna say that she has to go. She had to take time out. Like it's like you know, like you say, time out. I have to think of something. I have to think of a new plan because what he did caught her off guard, like I said earlier. So now she's trying to buy some time to think of something that this mother hubba said this. Now she got to think of something.
Yeah,
that's how it is, though. That's why women deflect. That's why they laugh. That's why they do this, and it's rude. When you have when you're hosting a show, you shouldn't have to leave like that, because that goes to show you what type of person she is. You know. So if you're gonna be that way about it, cut the show, cut it short, and then get out. That's it. Why? What's the point?
Yeah, I just didn't know, and I'm catching on now. Okay, so back to what you were saying. You were in his life all along? I mean,
I'm not trying to have
spurts.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even want to get into that. Like,
all right,
we're gonna leave that one alone. I just, you know, when you tell the world that you're a single parent,
bro, single parent is
being a single
not
mother and all these other things is just like
what
it projects off to the world like your kid's dad is nowhere around.
I never said that.
But he's getting dropped off and.
First of all, I never said you're not around. Everyone knows you're around. You're. I mean, you're not really like super around.
I'm super around.
Bro, you take him a few hours a week. You take him a few hours a week.
A few hours a week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever had him for a full week since he was born?
I mean, have you ever allowed me to have him for a full week?
Yeah, you could take him right now. I'll drop him off right now.
Okay.
There you go.
He's with me a lot.
Because I want to go.
So right here, give it about 30 to 1 minute. He's gonna call her bluff real quick. Watch this.
Go to Florida for like the weekend because I want to shoot. So you're gonna watch it while I'm gone?
You have OnlyFans?
No.
Oh.
Podcast.
Oh.
That's what I do. I shoot podcasts. You know that, right?
I don't know.
Do I look fat? It's okay. I don't even care anymore what I look like. Nobody cares. Nobody. Everyone tries to like go in on me anyway. So I don't care what I look like anymore.
Okay.
They're trying to figure out why I'm so arrogant.
I don't know. I've been trying to figure that out since I met you. I'm really trying to figure it out. And if they see you, and when they meet you in person, they're really going to want to figure it out. Like, why is this woman even acting like this?
Like what?
I don't know. I can't figure it out. Like something's wrong with you.
Something's wrong.
And this is where a lot of ninjas need to take that L, because I remember Corey Holcomb had a joke where particularly ninjas, or in ninjadom, there's this thing called hate fucking, right? So where they'll take on a girl, or a man will take on a girl that completely gets on their nerves, and they think, okay, I'm gonna screw him physically right out of it. And it's really very animalistic, but this happens a lot. So you'll have a whole product of kids, they came about because of hate fucking. So now you got two people that really don't actually like each other, or they do like each other so much that they hate each other. And once they come together and a kid is involved, once they come together and then something happens, kid comes out of it. Now you have a kid coming through an environment where the parents don't even like each other in the first place. So that kid's all destined to be in trouble, just in general. Let me see if I missed any chats. Carlos X. What's up, bro? Said I agree with Angel, definitely stalling, regrouping. She's never thought critically. He has. Yeah, and you'll see throughout the interview, you can tell that when Elle had met him, he wasn't that mature. And you're actually going to see, I'm not going to spoil it too much for you, but you're going to see that he had some troubling beginnings, and low key he was kind of targeted by her. You're going to see it later on in the interview, but you can tell that he's been working on himself and trying to become a better person. Let's check another chat. He said, or to be more exact, he thinks she doesn't. You know, it is what it is. She, to me, for her to even bring him on the pod shows me how stupid she is. I'm just like, you're basically, we're now people going to get the other side of the story. There's a reason why the single moms on IG or the divorcees, they make sure nobody knows who that their ex is. They'll talk crazy about the dude, but they make sure they can't find his at. They make sure they don't know, they don't even let people know the race of the dad. Here she she actually brings him on so he can have his say. It's like, so now I'm starting to get the full picture of what she is, why he chose her, why she chose him, and now I can't even feel sorry for her, whatever happens to her in the future. V calls it an emotional blackmailer. Oh, V, you almost ahead of the story.
Wrong with me?
Something's wrong with you.
Okay, so why were you with me for so long? Why'd you have a kid with me if something's wrong with me? Something's wrong with
I don't want to talk about that.
Something's wrong with you then.
I don't think she should hold that up in the air because, men have knocked up their help, their mistresses, hookers, fresh, right? There's really no, I really wouldn't hold it up in the air. The only thing a woman can hold up in the air is how long a man is willing to stay with her without her abusing her power against the man.
Then
Nah,
something must be wrong.
No, you're dope. You're a dope female. You know how to get to it. But what you project to the world,
He's like, something's wrong with you, but I had a kid with you.
What you project to the world is not the person that I know. So
who do you know?
I mean, it's just not what you project to the world.
Okay, so
and that's cool though. You feel what I'm saying? Like everybody has a facade.
Right.
So this is your facade. And I'm letting it happen for you. Like I'm like, okay, all right. But it's not so that's not who you are with me.
Who am I with you?
In the room.
Who am I with you?
Who are you with me?
Yeah. Tell me. Who am I with you? Because people.
And just a disclaimer, I hope to God he's still not screwing this woman, because I know it's very common for the baby father to still screw with the baby mother, no matter what phases they are in life. Like they could both be like married, and then because they've been together before, it could easily happen again. So I hope he's not doing it. But the other side to it is the men that actually move on from their baby mothers for real, like they actually move on and they don't want to screw with the baby mother anymore, they usually have the hardest time getting access to their kid. So that's just the other side of the coin on that end.
People think I'm abusive.
You get real itty bitty with me. It's
I get itty bitty, like in what way?
When I step in the room, things get different.
Like how?
I mean,
like in what way?
All that tough.
So I'm not tough.
Brickyard and
what's brickyard?
I mean brickyard, like I'm just solid as a rock, and I don't want no man and no man. All that I don't experience that because that's just what you project. But I know that you really just want to hug. That's all you really need is you just want to hug and you just want
really.
Yeah, that's what you really want.
Okay.
And you're scared of that, but
I'm scared of hugs.
You're scared of them from the right man.
From the right man. Well, if I found the right man,
but you say that you don't want a man and this, that, and the third. And but I feel like from what I have seen you talk about is it's always about a man and dating a man.
I just talk a lot of shit.
I know, but you got hit with the Horus. You got hit with the Horus. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like you can't. It's over for you now. Like it's nothing. You can't move past that. So you're gonna keep talking about that. You're gonna keep going through that because
Explain yourself.
No, I'm saying like you was with me. So once you with me, there's no moving on after that. You don't know what to do. You start getting confused. You get angry. You start wanting to bash and to call bash them.
Well, to be fair, usually most women that become baby mothers or single mothers, they usually don't do better than who they had the baby with. I would say about 90%, 80 to I'll say 80% of the time. I want to say 90%. I'll say 80% of the time that they're not going to find anybody better than their baby father. Even if they find a guy that makes more money than the baby father, she's not the same respect. The respect level is not going to be there as she was initially with with the kid with the person that she actually had a kid by when she was in her best years.
And you know why? I'm gonna tell you this though. This is what I'm sorry, Chris. I'm gonna tell you this though. The reason why that happens is because no matter what, no matter how he treated her, how she feels about him, she'll always have some place in her heart for him. I'll tell you this though, because the next guy that she's gonna get involved with will never measure up to him because he was the one that she had eyes for. That's why she had the baby. The biggest honor you can give to a man is your womb. She did that for him. It didn't work out. So that's why whenever she tries to hook up, she's trying to find somebody that can at least be close to him and how he was and how he is. Kind of like a clone or something like that. She'll never find that, no matter what happens though. So even if she finds the right person, that's right, he left the imprint. You're right, Rocky. That's right.
Yeah.
So no matter what, she will never find that same imprint that he left on her. No matter how many times she could go take the express, and she will never find the same imprint that he left on her. Okay, that's why whenever she goes out with these other guys, she will look at them and then she might curse at them and treat them bad. And no matter how good they are, whether it be simps or whatever, though, she would never act. She would never be the same way with the other guys as she was with him, and that'll always be that way for the rest of her life. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, definitely. She definitely is. She doesn't realize it yet, but she doesn't. But she does fall under the category of alpha widow, definitely. So
Yep,
Carlos
that's right.
X says, "Yup, every future man will be compared to him."
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
And by the way, you're gonna find out later on in the pod, I think he has 2 other kids by another woman, if I'm not mistaken. You'll find that out later on, but they don't really harp on to that. But that just also shows, what you talk about, pre-selection, just plays out right in front of you. So let me continue on this one.
Men and say men ain't this, men ain't that, but you really just want, you know what you want. But it's not. We don't got to talk about that. You know what you really,
Right.
You know what it
So
really,
why wouldn't I be with it if I wanted it?
Oh man. And you answer your own question. You know why?
Why?
Definitely know why though. But
why? Tell me why.
Because you can't dominate this shit over here. You can't dominate a 6'7", nigga like me. You can't do it. You wouldn't be able to do it. All that shit would be out. That would be over.
I really can't.
You would be.
I really can't. To be honest with you, I really can't. It's too much. You're too big.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even about being too big. It's just you can't fuck with me on that level. But I'm
smarter than you.
You can fuck with everybody else on that level, but you can't fuck with.
So when she did say, remember the video we did, where she was like, "So you're me to tell me I'm wrong for wanting a guy that looks like he can kill somebody with his bare hands, but he needs to be so she wasn't lying."
That was her?
Yeah, that was her. This is the same woman.
Oh, okay.
This is the exact so this is the exact same woman. So this is her baby. She wasn't lying about that, right? But what happens is they'll get, pooky. But oh man, a woman said this the other day. What happens is women get dudes like this. I don't want to spoil it for you guys. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but I'll let the audience guess his origins.
We'll be on that level.
I
So
know
that's
that.
really what's that's
But
real.
you can't
That's
lead us
really
any. But where you can't lead me
what?
anywhere
How I can't lead you
because
anywhere.
you're selfish.
I came out here with nothing. I got
Yeah,
I got my own house.
You came out
I
here
got my
with
own
nothing, and
business.
then you
I got
met
my own
me,
business.
and then you met
I
me,
own my own business,
right? And I
and now I'm
helped
running
you,
another business
and
with
I led you to the lake.
So what are you saying?
Right? I led you to water.
Huh?
Right? I helped you.
My
Did
car
I not?
cost $100,000.
Don't brag. It's not.
We don't got it.
It's
We're not
not
bragging,
even
but
cute.
where I
I'm
can't
just
lead us
saying.
to.
I'm just
You don't
saying.
want to follow. You want to go your way. So, but even right
Who
now,
would you follow?
I'm back here. I have my own podcast. I have my own situations. I'm here right now because you asked me to be here. So where I can't lead us to.
So let me give you context now because they're going to keep bickering back and forth over this. But let me give you the context. This guy has been to prison, I think, a couple times. So women tend to go for guys like that because it's basically them getting a Tyrone or the guy that they're attracted to, but on a discount, meaning they can get the physical from the guy. So the guy is coming from prison. He exudes that masculinity because he's coming from prison. You can't be soft in prison, but he doesn't have anything because he's coming from prison. So it'll be girls with nice jobs. Usually a lot of nurses, they do this a lot. So they'll get Pookie at a discount, right? The Chad or Tyrone at a discount coming from jail. But at the same time, he has no say because he has nothing. He can't lead yet because financially he's not there. But they get to enjoy the physical presence of having their own personal Chad, Tyrone, whatever. So those are the guys where women say, I tried to build with a man and it didn't work out. Those are the guys that they're talking about. They're not talking about it's never like, okay, I gave the plumber a chance, right? Even though I was a IT technician that made 90 grand, but I gave this plumber a chance who made 50 grand. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never that. It's literally he's dead broke. Either he's like a SoundCloud rapper, drug dealer, guy coming from prison. You know what I mean? So it's never a healthy medium. So when you hear women say, I try to help somebody out and it didn't work out, and I try to it's they're talking about a guy like that. You know what I mean? They're not gonna try to build with a janitor, right? Something like that. So, and that's not to downplay those positions. I'm just talking about the average salary that they make. Women they're just gonna look at him and they're just gonna look at his ceiling and be like, I can't do nothing with that in their mind, even though that's actually the best option for many of them. But it is, it is what it is. So just to let you know, so this is 6'7" Pookie, or what's it? No, sorry, 6'7" Tyrone from prison. She took him on, quote unquote. But now look what happens when a woman helps a man get on her feet. She, anytime he goes out of line or he does something off script, something that she doesn't agree with, she's going to throw back in her face. But I was the one that helped you. This is why dudes usually tell men not to really let a woman take care of you, because everything she gives you is a loan. It's not like she's giving it to you
Right.
for you to have. Everything she's giving to you is a loan.
Yep.
You don't want to follow. That's the
You
problem.
want me to follow you?
Where
would
I
I
want
follow
you to
you
keep
to?
following yourself.
So this is why I gave that context about him being in prison and whatnot, because it's going to come up later on the show. So every time she's like, me follow you, because in her mind, you came from prison. I took a chance on you, even though he's out of your league. But because he was coming out of prison, she was able to get her quote unquote, her Tyrone, her her Chad at a discount. So there was a female Twitter user that was talking about this the other day, and it actually made perfect sense.
So I told you from the rip, I'm letting you do your thing, tell your story, tell your narrative,
right?
Act like this person who you trying to act like.
I'm not trying
and
to
I'm
act like
falling
anything.
back. I've been this way since I was born. You feel what I'm saying? I don't have to try. I don't have to talk. I don't have to do nothing.
I think less talking for you is better.
Nah. Why would you say that?
I don't know. I just think.
So let me talk about Rocky's comment. He said, this ish is why Kevin Samuels was wrong about a high value man. The man who gets a woman pregnant and she has his kid is the real high value man. Pregnancy is too dangerous for a woman. This is why, because when I don't try to discount Kevin Samuels now that he's passed away, but when he was alive, I was actually very critical of when they talk about high value man, only because anybody that's been around women, we know I know the drug dealers and the criminals and the people that they sleep with. Like, I know the type of people that they sleep with or they let impregnate them. So when you had those women going on Kevin Samuel talking about why can I not find a high value man? What really they were looking for a bailout in terms of a high value man. They weren't really looking for a man. They were looking for a bailout plan. So that's why I never really liked the term high value. Do you know how many particularly black women? Do you know how many black women I know with criminal justice degrees? They only have sex with criminals. Like there's just too many of women I know like this. It'd be like there's women in the suburbs I know going all types of places. She's dealing with trailer park trash, literally. Trailer park trash. The dude, you looking at the dude, you're like, whoa. So
does he have any teeth?
Oh no, so he looks like he's straight. So he looks like he's fine, and then he ends up saying that he did modeling. So you can't do you can't do no modeling if you ain't got no teeth. So he either got fixed or she probably helped that. But the problem is like I said, when women help you out, it's a loan. It's not like she's giving it to you out of the kindness of your heart. So it's no disrespect to Kevin Samuels and rest in peace, but that his philosophy, I get what he was trying to say. It's just that when it comes to high value man or whatever, particularly when you're talking about BWs, they just go BWs, they go for D game first, and then everything else is negotiable. That's my opinion on BWs. I could be wrong, but I've literally heard women and mud sharks have a similar sentiment. Well, they'll literally be on Instagram and they'll be like, look, my man, he has to have that. He has to have D game. Everything else is we can work on everything else. I've heard women say this. So women will go with certain men for various type of reasons. When you got women going on the Kevin Samuels show looking for high value, quote unquote, high value man, they're looking for a bailout plan. So it wasn't really something I could get behind. Pause when he was alive. So educated Tyrone says, "Yo, Chris, I robbed a young Pookie today. I'm feeling vindicated." I know you're probably joking, but if you really did, send me the video via Instagram. He said 4 teenage Pookies harassed me at work, so I chased them while recording, and one of them dropped a brand new Simply Orange juice. I hit a crazy like. He's joking. He's joking.
A Tyrone robbing a Pookie? Wow, that's progress. Wow, good for you.
Man.
That's right. There you go, Garrett. There you go.
I've seen Stranger Things, so I've seen Stranger Things. I've seen some weird things. So if you really did that, shout out to you. I'm not brave enough to do that because I don't know. I don't like when I'm be out in public. I don't even want people talking to me in general.
Yeah,
I only be nice to the like I'm only like respectful to like the people like working and shit, but everybody else I just be like that's it.
Me too.
That's all I do. Let me see. Yeah, Kev was coping. Yeah, he said, yeah, Kev was coping on that one. And people gotta remember, like Kevin Samuels had like how many wives? Like he was like married 1, 2, or 3 times. You know what I mean? And it wasn't until he hit like late 40s where he realized, oh, I don't really have to be getting married like that to consider myself, but he was still very pro marriage. And then the problem with Kevin Samuels to me was he was always so pro marriage, but then he'll be like, this is my success story. I got this black couple to be married. Then you find out they're like both 40 years old. Yeah. Like, look, man, it's no disrespect, but if if you really want to save people, you need to. We're talking about if you want to. I'm talking about save marriage. In terms of saving marriage, you have to target. You have to target Gen Z and Gen Alpha, not millennials. I think even millennials, it's too late because I believe when it comes to dating, that's for ages 16 through what, like 25, 26, 27. Anything after like age 26, if you're dealing with a woman after the age of 26, she's on predator mode, meaning she's like, okay, I can't lock down any of the Chads or Tyrones. Let me just get with a dude that cares about me, which is nothing wrong with that, but that it's a different type of love after she hits over 25. You know what I mean? So Kevin Samuels will try to talk about and you know talk about the, and like I said, you can't talk to black people about this because they think you hate black women if you say this stuff. So you that's why I was like about Kevin Samuels, you know what I mean? Even though I don't consider him to be that bad, but it is what it is. He says, "What's your Insta?" It's in my Educated Tyrone. My Insta is on my YouTube. It's literally there should be an Instagram icon and you can click it and it'll go right to my Instagram page. And you can send me the video. Oh, he said, "Oh, I found it. My bad. Sorry, bro. Sorry. So Carlos X, but no disrespect to Kevin Samuels, but it's just I know people too well. Sometimes I know people a little bit too well, and they're the partners that they pick. So Angel, did you see the video that I did with the pooky baby daddy thread that went viral on Facebook? Did you see that?
Oh yeah. That they had like a slide
Yeah.
of all the pookies and all that, and how some of
Yes.
them were like, oh yeah, I think I seen that one. Yeah, some of them looked gay and everything. Like, yeah, I seen that one. Yeah,
So these are the
unfortunately.
dudes that end up impregnating most of the hood. I'm just keeping a buck. People might think I'm wrong about that, but that's what I see. So when I saw that thread, I was like, "Yep, that looks about right. That looks exactly about right." Because
Yeah, but that goes to show you the choice, though. I mean, if you're gonna, and I've heard this from you, and I've heard this from some of Kevin Samuel's videos, though. Like, if 50 something percent of black men are single, and a good percentage of those are middle class, though, wouldn't that be the better choice than say going around with these pookies and nugs and all that? Because, I mean, I understand. It depends on a woman though, because their mentality is different. Though they want to always play the victim because they can't make logical choice. And see, this is the result of what happens though when you have. I'm gonna make this quick. This is a result of what happens though when you have something like the ethnists like in the 60s and all that, and then the government saying, oh well, you don't need a man. We'll support you. And then you have society that supports them, and then you have some sections of social media that encourages this though. When you put all that together, this is what happens though in this generation though. And this is why you have men like MGTOW and Passport Bros and all that stuff, because the women now, I mean, it's unbelievable. I'm 58 years old though, and back in the day, it wasn't even like bad like this though, not that bad. But wow, today, oh man, really,
oh,
it's in a way, it's kind of scary though, in a way though, man.
but
It's bad though.
a lot of those, because those dudes that you saw on the slide, they saw them probably at a club. They try to what those guys do. They act like they know somebody in the entourage. You know what I mean? Damn near every girl I've met at a club always talk about, oh yeah, the guy that I'm dating, or the guy, my boyfriend, he's a security guard for Rick Ross. I'm like, oh really? They're always trying to make sure that they're connected to somebody famous. And what ends up happening is the guy really isn't connected to that guy, and then they end up keeping the kid way past the point of no return. So they can't get rid. It'll be like 6 or 7 months in, then they realize, oh, the dude has a family. Like that's what happens to a lot of those broads. You know what I mean? So that ends up what they portray themselves to be something. They get tricked. They get tricked by the lifestyle. They find out that guy's house is not his. It was really an Airbnb. you know, the scammer type stuff. You know, this is usually what happens. So this is why a lot of them get really upset of their situation. This is why they get like they have a different type of anger because they fell for it. They fell for it. They opened up their things because they got caught daydreaming, and the ninja took advantage of that and portrayed himself a certain way to where he can gain access to her. So that's you know, that's usually all that is. But I hope people watch that baby dad throw thread. So it puts into perspective when we're telling those girls you need to choose better. And I will say this: shout out to Kevin Samuels for putting that statistic out there, even though I thought it was common knowledge. But you'll be surprised, women don't even know that it's literally a small pool of men in the Black communities that's procreating with most of the women, with about like 40 to 50 60% of the women, and then 80% of the women in general are having kids out of wedlock. So it's just like this is where you go like, okay, the responsibility is really not on the men, because most of the men in those communities are single and childless. So who does the blame lie with? Then you try to put it back on them, and then you already know when it comes with accountability, responsibility, it's like they're like Neo, they're dodging bullets when it comes to that shit. They're not going to take that L.
I think you're just, you know, some people are just better when they don't talk that much. The loudest one in the room is the weakest.
I'm not the loudest one in the room.
I'm just saying.
I'm not the loudest one in the room. I'm a
teacher. What's ironic, she's literally the exact same thing that she's complaining about.
Exactly.
You're a teacher?
I'm a teacher. And when you're able to be taught,
what do you want to teach
you're
me?
going to have a great,
what do you
might actually find a man when you want,
so if I found a man,
humble yourself to be able to be taught.
So when
you're a know-it-all.
If I found a man, you'd be accepting of it?
I mean, you wouldn't. You don't even have enough balls to even let me know you had a man. Whenever you do get a man, you would never let me know. So I can't answer that question because it would never happen. You'll never have a man.
I'll never have a man.
Not publicly.
Why?
You don't got enough balls for that.
I don't have balls for it.
No.
You heard that?
You don't have enough balls to have a man.
Why? Because you think I'm scared?
You gotta play with these niggas you gotta play with these niggas in the dark, man.
In the dark?
You gotta play with them in the dark.
I would have to disagree.
Well, make me a liar. Get a man.
I mean,
but you can't get a man when you're trying to be a man.
You think I'm trying to be a man?
You're trying to be a man. You're putting on a fake facade to overshadow and overpower a man. And what man wants to whoop into that?
Which man?
I don't know if I'm saying from the way you talk and the things you say.
What do I say?
Well, low key, he was dropping gems, but if you check the comment section, it was very mixed, which I found interesting. It was a lot of women in there. He keeps interrupting her. I'm like, well, they both were kind of interrupting each other.
Yeah, she's the one that's interrupting him as it is more often.
So I was like, are you sure we watched the same pod? But like I said, I knew this was a terrible idea, in my opinion, for Elle, because it brings up too many negative emotions when it comes to the perpetual single mothers that we have in America.
First of all, I don't really I won't find one probably in the near future because I'm hard to get along with. You know?
No, because you had a kid with a ninja. So that's already going to be strike one against you in terms of the type of man that she really wants. That's not, they're not going to take care of the bastard. I mean, or she's gonna have to, unless if she's willing to give up full custody to the young man here, then it's not gonna happen. So that's already strike one. And number two, she's dumb as a bag of rocks. So but the thing is, women like that, with the right amount of makeup, with the right amount of connections, she could still go places. And you're gonna find that out later on, that she was actually in positions to do some things in life, but she's still hitting her head on a brick wall.
I mean, I need a real.
You're not hard to get along with.
I'm not?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's your act.
Okay, so I'm easy to get along with.
Yeah, you're very chill.
Oh, okay.
The Elle I know.
Right.
The Elle I know is mad chill.
So why didn't we get along then?
Because you're trying to be a man.
You
can't in those situations. The only time we ever had problems if I tell you, don't do this, don't do this in the house, don't do like certain things. Don't do this in the house.
Right.
That's putting our lives at risk.
But this is why Pookie's This is why, first of all, this is why a lot of women target pookies, because they get to enjoy the physical, but they don't have to listen to him, because when he was with her, she was the one making money. So this is why you'll see even women talk about, oh, this is why I prefer men from prison and all this stuff. But at the same rate, anytime as a man if you're trying to bring law and order but you're not taking care of her financially, she's going to throw that in your face. She's going to be like, no, you're not taking care of me like that. You can't tell me what to do. So this is why particularly nurses, they will have boyfriends like this. They will have boyfriends like this, a lot of them. And there's been complaints of recent that I found out, via the internet, where they're having like these luxury apartments, and you'll have these nurses, right, moving into these luxury apartments, bringing their pookie boyfriend, but on top of that, bringing the domestic stuff that comes with it. So the domestic violence calls, the fake calls to the police, the people coming, the loud arguing and all the stuff. So so the straggle nurses have been doing this, and it's kind of been messing up people's environment. But these are the guys that they usually target, because guys like that, I'm pretty sure when Elle met this man, I'm already forgetting his name, but when Elle met this man, he probably was emotionally immature. He obviously, because he's coming from prison, he's still not where he needs to be yet. It took him a while for him to get on his feet. So it's so because of that, you already know that anytime that he try to impart something to her, give something to her, or try to actually do the protecting part in terms of the protecting, the provisioning and all that stuff, she was probably like, no, I control you. I'm the one that's helping you, So that's the hard thing about being a pookie, quote unquote pookie.
Risk. That's putting. I'm a nigga that been through home invasions. I'm a nigga that been through all that type of shit. I'm from Philadelphia.
Right.
I'm from a nigga that's seen this shit. You just playing with it in Hollywood. It doesn't matter. But if I come from this and I'm telling you, don't do this, this could possibly lead to this. And then when I leave the situation, you still go ahead and do it. You're going to have problems in your fucking house and in your relationship. It's as simple as that.
Right.
1 + 1 = 2. So it's like you want to do 1 + 2 = 2, and it doesn't do that. You wanted to do that, but it won't happen. That's the problem.
Right.
Hold on for a second. So educated Tyrone really came through. I'm watching the video on my phone right now. So educated Tyrone, do you want me to play the video on the stream or no? Say I'm not gonna play it on stream if you don't want to. Do you want me to play the video on stream? That shit's fun. Oh, and it was around Target too. Say yes or no if you don't, because obviously I'm not gonna play it. Obviously I'm not gonna play it unless you well, it's up to you on that end. I'm watching it. He literally video recorded them, followed them.
Okay. Play it. Play it. Play it. Play it. Play it. Play it.
Nah, educated Tyrone said, nah, it's a recognizable location. But basically it was
Okay. All right. Don't worry about it.
it's some ninjas, right? Some young ninjas. So I can tell those are some young kids. I've never had any problems with these people. He said, oh, I can play the second video. Okay. All right. I got you on that. I'll play the second video. So I'm gonna play the second video. I wish I could hide this part of my messages thing. I don't know why they do that to me. Open. Oh, I can hide it, I think. Oh no, I can't. No, I cannot. So, all right. I'll take the L on that one. So let's play this the video.
Why y'all running? Why y'all fucking running? Fucking faggots running.
He really chased these dudes.
What's up, faggots? What's good, you faggots? What's good?
I gotta mute that. I don't want.
Faggot! I got time today, nigga. Faggot! I'ma kill you, faggot.
Oh man, bro.
How many kids were there?
It was about 3 or 4 of them. They was running away.
3 or 4, and they were running away from educated Tyrone. Man,
Yes,
Tyrone, you are the man. You are the man. If 4 of them are running away from educated, you are the man.
Yeah, 4. Yep. So he's right. Yep, 4 of them. So I can't show the first video. So it shows them clearly. But yes, there were 4 of them. He was chasing them ninjas. So yes, sir. Yes, sir. He was standing on business. He was really actually standing on business for real. I'll replay it one more time because he really was chasing them for real.
Yeah, 4 of them. Yeah, they were all looking at him too. They're looking at him scared.
And in the first video, when you see him, like they were right like next to a Target, that's where you see a lot of them. Like I know this mall that I live near is like the Target is part of it. You'll see these dudes sometimes. They kind of shut that stuff down, but sometimes you'll see them just roaming, doing nonsense. Now, I will say this. I think when people see me, they think I'm like a homeless ninja sometimes. So so I haven't had any problems so far. I think that's what it is, because especially when I don't cut my hair, I'll just be like, I have my hoodie up and I'll just look down. Like today I was at Target, right? And I was trying to push my my cart on the escalator to go down. Like it was like a little kid came in front of me, right? Probably, I'm not gonna say whether it was a he or she, 10 years old, 11 years old. And I was just like, oh yeah, you can pass. But he or she looked at me and was startled. Like I was like, you can pass. And he or she just literally stood there shocked, like, and I was like, oh, I didn't. Oh, okay. So, and I just kept going. But so maybe I have that kind of appeal where just like I have a very leery. I do have a leery vibe to me because I'm very not scary. I'm just very I'm very leery, and I've had to accept the reality that I do come across as a sketchy person. I just thought it was the white dudes, I went to school with, just trying to be racist and stuff, and they were, but there is a truth to that, only because I've seen even like kids of color, right? Black kids, Hispanic kids, they look at me, they're just like, whoa, this guy's a little bit, don't like, even I remember today also going to damn, I don't want to say these stores names because people gonna know exactly what city I'm talking about. So went to a clothing store, older man started talking to me, but then he just stopped and then he just walked away. But he was trying to be nice. It's just when I'm out and about, I'm really not trying to talk to anybody. I'm just like, you know what I mean? So hopefully I still have it in the tough department, because if I do get tested, I'm gonna get beat up. If I actually get tested in real life, I'm gonna get beat up.
Yeah, but Chris, that'd be good though, Megan, because if you don't want to be bothered, maybe that's the best way of doing it though.
Yeah.
You understand? I mean, as the saying goes, better alone than with company than with bad company, as the saying goes. So, you're better off that way though. Just, keep it like that, and that's it though. Not that you have to be antisocial, but you don't want to be effed with either though.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to be dealing with this though. I mean, in the case of educated Tyrone, it was like 4 of them, and he's chasing them. Shoot. I'll give him credit though, man. Shoot. You chasing 4 guys. It's supposed to be the other way around, but you're chasing them. And dress shoes too? Oh, hell no. You the man. Shit.
Why y'all running? Why y'all fucking running?
And look how look how two of them they sense the danger coming. They sense the danger coming. They're like, oh man, this man not playing around.
Got the spider senses up.
But the one kid in the behind, he doesn't know.
What's up, faggot?
That part I gotta mute. Especially so I'll say this. Educated Tyrone, you also got to understand, like, these new generation of kids, they probably have not been chased.
Exactly. That's what
I'm talking about. Like, I still remember like hazing, bullies chasing people. I'm like, I still remember those days. Like, it's like the new generation of kids, they don't really have stuff like that. Meaning, like, I'm talking about like when you'll see a group of dudes in public and they're like chasing people down and the police is not doing anything about it, or because all the bullying now is done online, so people are not even trying to chase people, they're not even trying to talk to people, so they see you chasing after them like that. That's like, that's some throwback. That's a throwback. That's a throwback stuff.
Just like Jason going after them, though. I mean, Jason walks. He still catch up to you, though, man. This is like like Jason coming after them and all that.
And he was chasing them in dress shoes. I already know. They're like, nah. and on top of that, he's calling them the F word. Now, like I said, I'm talking about, I done seen gangsters or like really these supposed tough dudes, and when you'll say the F word, right? I don't want to say it here, but you'll say it and they'll get scared. Like, I've seen Corey Holcomb say that. Because he'll still say it, right? And you'll see, I'm talking about the toughest dudes in the world. They be scared when you say that. Like, they think they finna get canceled or something. Now, I only say it because I already know it's gonna mess with my monetization. I already know that. But I still be using that word in public. I'm not even gonna lie. I've never stopped using it. I've never stopped using it. Unfortunately, and I don't even say it out of hate. Like, when I was in high school, I think I've said this story before. I was in a math class. Everybody failed the class, and then this Italian kid I know, he was like, "Oh, well, Chris, what did you get?" And I hid my grade because I had a 90. Everybody else had an F. And he's like, "I bet you." He said, "What did you get?" And I show him the grade, and he's like, "You, sir, are a fag." But that's how we use it. We don't really say it like to call a gay person that. We actually use it on straight people more than anything. Or if you're being a weirdo, we'll call you that. But so yeah, you got these new generation of kids. They hear you saying the real F word. They're like, man, this dude don't play. This dude is old school. This dude's from
like you said, though, see, with me, I'm 58. So back in the day, we didn't have this kind of thing. Anything that happened was like, it was outside, a fist fight, and anything. Now, like you said, they have internet bullying and all this other stuff. So it's not like they're outside doing anything physical, except maybe walking around, and that's it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It's not like like they had like street gangs and this and that and what have you, though. And they used to be they used to go out, have fights and stuff like that. It was different back then. But now everything is like online, bullying online, dating online. That's what it is. So when they come across with like Educated Tyrone, he's calling them F, and he's chasing them and all this other stuff, and they're looking at him saying, "Oh, what the hell is wrong with him, man?" And they take off. It's a different story though with this generation though. Yeah, I tell you what, Educated Tyrone, man, you running with shoes, man. Man, you get kudos, man.
Also, I don't want to hear nobody in the chats or the comments talk about, but those were young kids. Nah. Don't
buy that, because they're looking for trouble just like everybody else. They all look for trouble too. Yep. So no excuses. I'm telling you right now, everybody looking for trouble.
I'm tired of this whole, oh, he's only 14, 13. Nah, nope. If you,
no, thank you. Nope. I don't buy that.
What did Bernie Mac say? He said something hilarious. He was like, if you, oh, he said, like, if you old enough to talk back, you old enough to get fucked up. So he said, I'm paraphrasing, but I vehemently agree. I agree with that statement. So nah, if you being young punks out here and you trying to disturb the peace, and somebody has the right to chase your ass down, and really somebody should have put a beating on you off rip. But you know, it was, look, I always my favorite scene, one of my favorite scenes in the Menace to Society is when I think Kane was robbing this dude, and the guy in the car was like, man, we're supposed to be brothers, man. And he's like, what, you trying to be smart with me? You trying to kick knowledge?
Oh, I remember that movie. Yeah, Menace to Society. I remember that.
He was like, better me than the cops. And I started laughing.
Wow.
But I think people need to have that mentality of, look, sometimes people think that getting beat is the worst thing, but I'm like, look, if you're acting like a punk out here and somebody gives you a beat down for acting like a punk, they're actually low-key saving your life, because it's going to be either educated Tyrone or the cops. So pick your poison, because you're not going to be able to get away with it forever. You're not going to be able to get away with it. Carlos X said, F them kids. Yeah, that Bernie Mac has some great quotes, bro. But
Bernie Mac's hilarious, man. Dude. I like Bernie Mac.
We need more parents or older people like Bernie Mac. It would have been a lot of the iffy stuff that we let pass. It wouldn't have fly.
The problem wasn't that
you think you know it all.
More money than you.
It doesn't matter about money. Money's nothing.
I'm just saying.
Money doesn't mean anything. If a motherfucker come to strip you from your life, your money don't mean nothing.
I'm just saying.
And that's what you always, and that's another thing you try to flex to another person, is that
to who?
That's what you flex. That's your only flex. Yeah.
At the time.
But at the time,
I'm not saying you don't have money. I'm saying at the time when I met you,
I'm telling you that I am money. So money means nothing to me. That's a piece of paper.
Hold on for a second, guys. He said, this is what the kids dropped. This is what he got from him when it was running.
Okay, he got snacks. Okay, cool.
Oh man, them kids. Okay. Oh man, he said I F myself up falling at the end. But anyway, man, shout out to my boy, man. Shout out to Educated Tyrone. Anyway, let's go back to here.
People that gets burnt. You got to come in the room and actually be money.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't come in the room 5'2". You know what I'm saying? Claiming to be money. Nobody even going to notice you. The Instagram followers and all that shit disappear when you step in the room. When LeBron gonna step in the room, niggas gonna see money. When I step in the room, we see money. It don't matter what you got in your pocket. Like, money matters, but what I'm saying is you can't flex no fucking money on me, because I could smack you and take it all from a nigga if you got money.
Right.
So if you're in a relationship with a man that you are aware of a situation that he came out of, right? You've got more money. You've been out Hollywood for how long? 10 years? You should have more money than me. I just came out of prison.
Right.
But if you constantly putting that in somebody's face that you got more money than them, how could you expect your relationship to be cordial?
I don't think anything would.
So he kind of ends up repeating this point throughout the pod, where basically he's like, stop putting over me that you helped me temporarily. You know, like a woman will help a Pookie or a Chad for like a month or two, and will hold that over him that she helped him out for a month or two. So this is very common.
I made it cordial.
No, that definitely would have made it cordial. That's what I mean, I'm from that. I'm from aggression.
I know. You can't be aggressive to women all the time.
Yeah, but if a woman is in your face and they're talking situations that's going to make another man feel insecure about himself and all he has is aggression, you're going to do that because you're trying to strip men from their ego, pride, and that's what they got.
All right.
Right. So you got certain things, money, and a motherfucker out here trying to get money and do what they do.
I wasn't trying to help you.
Hell yeah, you helped me. You helped me a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you about that. But what I'm saying is, if I help somebody and I told him, yeah, motherfucker, I helped you, that shit, that help don't mean nothing no more.
All right.
It don't mean nothing no more.
All right.
If I give a bum $50 and I see that same bum and I tell you, yeah, you don't remember I gave you $50? the blessing's gone.
Not really. I mean,
It
because if you
doesn't.
do stuff for somebody and then they keep saying like, I didn't ask you to do that, and like they're not acknowledging or appreciating what you do for them, and they keep shitting on you, you have to remind them what you were doing for them, because it's really frustrating when someone doesn't appreciate you and disrespects you constantly.
Where I come from,
I don't know where do you come from?
Philadelphia. So where I come from,
Bro, I've been to your house. You don't live in Philadelphia. You live in like the boondocks.
You've been to my father's house,
right?
And my father did what he's supposed to do. But where I come from, where I was raised at, is Philadelphia.
Okay.
Period.
Right.
Okay. But that's neither here or there.
So what are you saying? In Philadelphia, they take advantage of women?
Fuck Philadelphia. And I don't mean that literally.
So do you hear what she just said right there? I'm like, what? So after hearing everything that he said, this is her comeback. I want you guys to listen to that one more time.
That's neither here or there.
So what are you saying? In Philadelphia, they take advantage of women?
Fuck Philadelphia.
So what? So she goes, so what? In Philadelphia, they take advantage of women? You're just like, so after hearing everything that he just said, after he basically clarified, look, when you're helping somebody, you just help. You can't just put that over them. After saying all of this, going through, doing it the healthy way, telling her how he feels about her doing that, it's just a more shaming language. It's stuff that has nothing to do with what he's saying. Absolutely nothing to do with what he's saying. You see Carlos X. He says, women like it. She's wetter than a river right now. Yeah, she, but women like that are very, 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 very toxic. And I would like for people to guess her background. What kind of white background does she have? I want people to guess what country she's from, or if she's of a certain religion. I want people to guess what kind of background she has. You'll find out later on. What's up, Pyro?
Everything is good, man. I was just playing with myself. I mean, playing video games a while ago.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Speaking of which, I wish I could have streamed put my thing at a better time, because obviously I think AJ comes on at like 9 or 10, but this is the only time I had, because tomorrow I go on tour. I don't even know if I can even bring my stuff with me. I hope I can. I'm gonna see if I can sneak in, because as long as I can get my audio interface with me, my laptop will be with me. Hold on. So if somebody gets it right in the chat, what she is, I'm gonna shout you out. But nope, not Slovakian. Nope, not Eastern European. Nope.
You mean the broad
yeah,
on the podcast?
Yeah. I want people to guess, to see what race, anything, what she's associated with, what's her background, her ethnicity, whatever. I want people to.
It's gonna be difficult.
Because those are I always told you, like, ninjas like chicks that have that particular look to them. But yeah, whoever gets it right, I'll shout them out.
And I don't mean that literally. I'm talking about the cloth that I'm cut from. When you do something for somebody from the kindness of your heart, it's never mentioned again.
Not
but if the person keeps disrespecting you,
it don't matter whatever. I'm not
bro.
saying it happened or it didn't happen, the disrespect part. I'm talking about the motherfucking rules and regulations to the cut of cloth that I'm from.
Sometimes you got to remind the person, because
that's
honestly,
you got it wrong at.
Care. You don't even care. You're entitled.
I begin. I mean, anything been done for me, been done for my whole life. I always got. You know,
I know, but
I'm not saying it wasn't once.
Deal with that.
But anybody that I know or anybody I talk to, I'm like, Elle, she lit. She did a lot. She told me a lot of things. There's not a lot of females or a lot of people in this world that could teach me anything.
Right.
The only person I learned from is Jesus Christ. Nobody else.
Okay.
Nobody else.
All right.
I have never really learned anything from anybody else but him. Okay. But what I'm saying to you is, you have taught me a lot of things.
That's good.
And I don't really meet women that could teach me anything, let alone a man. Right. You have took over that. You've done that.
Right.
You've taught me a lot.
That's good.
But you need to be able to be taught, and that's one thing that you can't be taught. You know it all.
Oh yeah, trust me, I'm reading the chat, and no, But I'll give you guys a hint. She is white. She's white. But I just want I want people to see if they can guess which European sect or European country or European affiliation that she's a part of.
Oh, man, I don't know.
That's not true. I think it could be told just by the right person.
Who?
I don't know who. when I come across them,
The fucking guy. What the fuck is his name? What's the dude's name?
I don't know.
What's the guy? Andrew Tate.
Oh,
come on, relax. You'll be told by that motherfucking maniac, but you can't be told by. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what do you want to teach me?
bro, how to certain things that I tried to teach you that you didn't even want to learn because
Like
you feel like money makes you unteachable.
I don't feel like that. I think,
but I feel like I got more money than a lot of motherfuckers right now.
I'm not talking about money. I'm just saying, what do you want? What could you?
When
really
money
teach
means
me?
something to somebody, it's a dangerous thing, man.
I mean, money means a lot to you.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't?
It doesn't. It does not. It does not affect me in an emotional state.
So can I get some?
An emotional state. I mean, anytime you ask for the money, you get it.
That's not true.
What?
That's not true. You know it's not
Yeah,
true.
this is when the child support thing comes up. And I think that's the same clip that we watched the other day. So that's probably gonna come up.
When? You want me to when you ask me for money or ask me for something and I don't do it? When?
I don't really want.
So usually women will throw these this is what they do in family court, by the way. They'll just throw they're just so used to just throwing allegations out there, throwing what they feel that you didn't give them. But usually it flies in family court because you don't need evidence to back your claims. Yeah. But now that she's just talking about it in the public with her baby father without, you know what I'm saying? Like just saying it out in the open, she sounds stupid. She sounds crazy because she can't even give you. She's like, you don't give me money. He's like, what do you mean give you? I take care of what I need to take care of. So this is where she's gonna make herself look crazy right here.
I want to talk about
it. I want to talk about it. Sorry, Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
When have you?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna take a wild guess. Is she Turkish?
Nope.
All right. She looks, I don't know. To me, it's like the way she looks and her complexion. I'm thinking Mediterranean. It might be one of those Mediterranean countries around there.
Nope.
It has to be that. Maybe Spain. Could be, I don't know. Maybe it could be Italy too, or maybe Greece. I don't know. It's got to be one of those. The way she looks.
There is a European sect that she clearly identifies with. And I will just that should be the easiest hint, right? That's the easiest hint.
Exactly. What can that be? All right. I'll keep thinking. All right.
No. Don't worry. And Garrett, you're close, but you're not close. If that makes sense. You're close, but you're not close because she is she's from Brooklyn, if I'm not mistaken. But there is a specific sect in Brooklyn where she identifies with.
Oh, Armenian. Armenian?
Nope.
Damn. Armenian. In Brooklyn.
I don't have to pay you child. Do you know what child support?
Do you
I'm asking you a simple question.
Do you give me money
I'm asking
for
you
the
a simple
kid?
question.
What?
Yes, I do. If you say my son needs Pampers, he needs clothes, he needs sneakers, you need money. I don't do that.
Nah, I'm surprised you guys don't. You know what? That guess, that's actually the closest guess than the other countries that you put. I said European country or European sect. Now, obviously, she's not Amish, but she is. She claims a European sect, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be a country.
No, I'm confused though. You said European sect. That means it has to be from one of the European countries, though.
Now, watch Europe. It's
all right. I give up. Go ahead. I'm gonna watch. Go ahead. I'm lost.
Oh no. Because she is white. She is white, but she is a part of a group of people. She's part of.
All right, man. I'm lost, man. All right, I give up.
I got you.
Wait. So do you mean she's a part of the The small hats.
Bingo.
Oh,
What? Say it again. Well,
The
Pyro,
small
what was
hat.
it?
She's part of the
small
small
hats.
hat community.
It's part of a small. What? Oh man, I'm more lost, man. I don't know.
No, we can't say their name on YouTube. That's the
Yes.
easiest hint I can give you, Angel.
All
That's the
right.
easiest hint.
The money
Oh, it has
grabbers.
to be. It
The
has to be
money.
the situation overseas.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Oh, dog. Okay, I think I know who it is. I think I got it now. I got it.
They like to claim that it's their land, but they're really European. That's why educated Tyrone said Kanye's number one rival.
Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Oh wow!
So it is so she's a different type of mud shark. You know what I mean? So like when we're talking about women that look like that, you'll never know. Like you see how people don't even know what race she is at all.
Right.
You would have to pry it out of her that she's a blue, if you know what I mean. You would have to pry it out of her. And shout out to you, V. he just outright says it, but you would have to
Okay. Yep.
you just have to pry it out of her. You would never know. Off
Wow.
rip, you'd be like, was she Italian? Is she what? And by the way, the Italian mafia, there are plenty of people that are in charge of the Italian mafia that are part of the small hat community. Now, they say that you have to be pure Italian blood, but I done seen some of these people. They're some of them that are running that sect, they're small hats. And I'm not even gonna say no names. I'm not even gonna say any names because we already know how that's gonna work on that end. I already have the names on that end. But this is why I bring that up. So she's a different type of small hat. And the money that she was talking about that she quote unquote had, that was probably most of it that was probably passed down. And that is very common that I know of 2 or 3 separate situations where it's a small hat woman and she's taking care of her pooky boyfriend with daddy's money, right?
Wow.
Or mom's money. Because I know some small hat women that are getting it in this industry. Trust me. So it's very nuanced when you're dealing with women like that. But you know, when you're dealing with mud sharks like that, it's like you don't even know what race she is. She could be Armenian. I remember somebody said Armenian. She could be from Italy. She could be. Some people said some countries from Latin America, but the way her makeup is set up, you would never be able to tell. You know.
I mean, you buy
Yes
him.
or no? No.
You don't send me money. You buy him stuff.
I don't send you money. What
Like maybe like $50 here and there, $100 here and there,
200, whatever it's called.
It's
whatever
like,
your hand
it's like
calls for is what I said.
It's like a scratch off ticket. Sometimes you win and sometimes you don't.
Man, we're not gonna do that.
I know. I said I don't really want to get into it. We don't have to talk
Anytime
about
my
it.
son needs
It's
anything,
okay. God is got me.
So they cut that part out of the clip. God got me. Okay.
But I'm saying to you that anytime you ask me for anything from my son, he gets it.
What do I really ask you for?
It doesn't, bro. Anything my son wears.
Who spends more money on him?
Who
spends more money on him?
The only money that you spend more than me is because you pay for an opair.
Okay.
Which I don't even believe in. Food.
What do you mean?
How many times have I taken you to the grocery market and given you money to go grocery shopping?
Once every 2 months. Once every 2. You have to film it because it's
so we didn't go to
Rocky. You're telling too much truth. Most of these people's favorite. I'm talking about. I know white people that don't even like the small hats, and they'll be like, "Man, Stallone, De Niro, these guys are my guys. I love these guys." And I'm like, you know what? Never mind. They don't even know. They don't even know. Even though I can easily identify the small hats, people of part of that. But most of people's favorite actors, most of people's favorite people that played famous Italians on TV, on movies, the stuff that they'll quote today. And I'm like, you do know they're part of that community, right? You know, and well, first of all, you talking about the entertainment industry. That's just the entertainment industry, just in general. And if people were paying attention earlier on, he called her out by saying like, "Yo, you part of the industry," and she is, and she clearly has connections. And usually, when you see certain people blow up on YouTube or Twitch, then you'll find out who their father is. I'm pretty sure if I do more research on who Elle is, I'll find out that she's like related to a very famous small hat, or her dad was a very prominent small hat in the entertainment industry. That's usually how it works when you, particularly when you're dealing with women like that. Let me see here.
Gelson's and I spent
2 months ago.
$400 in there.
You did 2 months
So
ago.
what are you talking
2
about?
months ago.
It wasn't no 2 months
Bro,
ago.
food's expensive right now.
Four-
Gas is expensive, and so
Listen.
is food.
Did we go to Gelson's and I spent $400?
2 months ago, yeah, you did.
That was not no goddamn 2 months ago. I can go to text right now. Yo, send me $100 for groceries. Send me $100 for this. Send me $100 for that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
And
man,
it gets sent. Because if
I
it
don't want
doesn't
to argue with you.
if
right
it
now
doesn't
about
get
money.
sent, I'm gonna have an annoying chick monk bothering me.
Right.
So I don't know when.
Garrett, if you did say it first, I apologize. I must have missed it. I must have
I
missed
don't even.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. I don't really want to get into the financials of it, but what I will say is you could do more.
What you could do is swallow your pride
Mm-hmm.
and realize a woman.
Oh, my bad.
that, and it really boggles my.
Say that again, Pyro.
When she says he could have done more, she, in her language, she says she wants more money for her, not for the kid, for her.
You know, that's how it works. You know, this is why I tell men, well, also AJ, but this is something that we try to tell men, look, if she puts you on child support, right, just pay what you owe on that tab and don't do anything else.
Yes.
Just
True.
do the and people like, well, I remember I said that, so that's such an immature thing to say. I'm like, bro, I'm getting the same hate as the person that's actually giving you the money. So what's the point? What's the point of giving you money if I'm gonna get the same amount of hate and vitriol, and he's literally giving you the money, and you're still asking for more? This is why 50 Cent had to separate himself from that situation. Like it's you know 50 Cent was giving his baby mama $500,000 a year. I think it's like way more than that.
That's crazy.
And so, but she kept asking for more. So he went to family court, put himself on child, because mind you, they got to that agreement, $500,000 a year. They did this without the courts, but she kept asking for more money. So he put himself on child support, and they said, "Oh, you know what? F all that, $500,000 a year. Just give him what, 90,000 a year, 80. What did they say? Like 7,000 a month. So it went from she went from getting 500,000 a year to only getting 7,000 a month, which I can't say only, but that 7,000 a month purely should be for the kid. But that women will do this to themselves. She's getting 500,000 a month, and she keep asking for more. It's always because what happens is when you'll give, when you try to settle out of court, or if you try to give her a certain amount that you want to settle for via court.
Yes.
She's thinking, oh, because you're offering me this amount a month, that means you have more. So she's going to keep suing you for it. She's going to keep filing motion after motion after motion. So this is that's why me personally, I've always been a person that was like, look, child support needs to be eliminated, in my opinion.
True.
That should only be reserved for a man that divorces his wife. And like the kid has to be a certain age. That's what I think child support should be reserved for, in my opinion.
It on spousal support.
Yeah, even spousal support. I don't believe in none of that, especially not in 2024. Not in 2024. Men and women can have jobs now, so I don't even believe in none of that.
That women that come from situations where their fathers are not in their lives at all.
Mm-hmm.
They're the first to bash fathers about how they're a deadbeat dad.
I didn't call you a deadbeat dad.
Bro, you've said multiple times. You implied to the world that I'm not my son's life.
When?
My son loves me. His
When
name
did
is
I imply
Horace Jackson.
Yo, hold on a second.
My son's name is Horace Jackson.
Okay.
Cool. Just let them know that.
When did
Right.
when did I imply that you're a deadbeat?
I don't know.
When? So why are you saying that?
Any issues?
I've never said you were a deadbeat.
I don't know which. I'm just saying.
So why are you saying
you
that?
imply to the world that men are shit and men aren't
I mean,
fathers.
they are.
And you've had men on the show and so what, bro? I'm a father to all my children, bro. It don't matter about nothing. I would never like it. Don't.
Fathers have it easier than mothers.
What I'm saying to you is, what my point is right here is that women that don't have fathers at all are the first ones to bash men about the measuring bar of being a good father or a bad father. Shorty, how do you even know what a good father or a bad father? I'm just saying though. I'm just saying there's no measuring bar as long as a man is trying to be a father.
But why do
in his life.
why do women have to do everything and the man does 10%
because that's
so it's the same, you know, feminazi rhetoric. Why do women have to do everything? So in her mind, unfortunately, with women is because when the kid is being birthed, it's being birthed through their body. So because it goes through her body, she believes everything that the child is, or basically she believes it's my child. It's my child. I got to do this for this. So it could be even something simple as cleaning the house, whatever, doing the simple things that everybody has to do anyways, right? Cleaning the house, laundry, washing dishes. This is stuff you have to do with or without the kid. So anything that's associated with helping the kid, she's gonna be like, I'm doing everything for the kid, you know, in her mind. You know, so this is the mindset that most women have. I'm doing everything, you know, and I'm talking about the man could literally be making $1 million a year working, you know, somewhere or being an athlete, and the woman will be back home, right, doing stuff that normal people do, like laundry and stuff and whatnot. But she's going to associate that because you're not there physically, that she's gonna be like, I'm the one doing everything. So you know, that's the mindset.
But guess what, Chris?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Remember what these women say. They're strong, they're independent, they don't need no man. They can do everything on their own with impunity. So I don't want to hear no excuses. Get to it. Woman up and get to it.
It still kills me, this whole thing about like unpaid. I've heard this term unpaid domestic labor. I'm like, what, bruh? If you didn't have a kid,
You're a slave.
if you didn't even have a kid or man or nothing, and you age what, 24, 25, you're still gonna have to do laundry. You're still gonna have to clean. You're still gonna have to wash your I mean, bruh. Stuff about unpaid domestic labor. I don't know where this. Well, it came via TikTok. I already know that. But that kind of mentality. If you're dealing with a woman that's keeping score on stuff like that, and like in her mind, I'm doing more. If you're dealing with somebody like that, you can't. There's no way you can raise. There's no way you can win. There's no way you can win like that, in my opinion, as a family. You know.
Mother Nature. That's another thing you try to do. You try to stop the way of the world. You can't do that. You're not, like, it's not happening for you.
What do you mean?
When you birth a child into this world, yes, you are condoned to wipe his ass. You are condoned to breastfeed him milk. You are condoned to wake up with him and go to sleep with him. You hate that.
I don't hate it. I don't hate
And yes, they do.
it. Bro, I don't.
You see what I'm trying to say? What you perceive to this world in this podcast that you don't like. I know the truth of what's going on. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
Mother Nature is something that you hate and you don't like it.
I don't like Mother Nature. Do you know what Mother Nature is?
The nature of being a mother.
Motherhood.
Right. There we go. The technicalities.
Well, you know,
but what I'm saying is, and that's one thing I do commend you on. You do not have a lot of help. And where I'm from, grandmoms is around, aunts is around, cousins is around, sisters around. So that's one thing I can say, that you do a lot on your own, and that can be overwhelming. Because that little nigga be overwhelming me, just taking my remotes and just throwing them places. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I do get that. But what I'm saying to you is, you can't be mad at what you signed up for. Or you can't be mad at what a mother does when you choose to have a child. You can't be mad at those things. You got to like accept those things. It's like, when somebody tells you something, you have to, and it's true, you have to just accept it and rock along with it. You're a mother now. Like,
Right.
stop. It's over. Like, nobody wants to hear about how this, that, and how you're complaining about, these things. Like, stop.
So basically,
Yeah.
if single fathers were complaining about the stuff that single mothers usually do, they would look at the father as a loser. I have to
Yes.
drive him. I have to drive him to school. I'm like, okay, who else is going to do it? Like, so this is just like, I'll hear particularly single moms complain about these things. I'm like, somebody was going to have to do that's your kid, but
Exactly.
Hold on, let me
Only
check
with
the
you.
check. it'll
Only
like
with
the
you.
stuff, and
When
it'll
you're
be like stuff, and it'll be stuff that I know teenagers could do. Teenagers could do
yes.
stuff like that. Like, especially that unpaid domestic labor. I'm like, like I knew kids growing up. Like, I knew kids growing up where they had like a real strict mom and dad, but like the mom was stricter than dad. Have you ever seen stuff like that where the mom was like
Yeah.
super strict, where like the
Yes.
dad will do the traditional thing, work mad hard until like 3 a.m. in the morning and come back, but then the mom will run the house like strict, like
Yes.
meaning the kids gotta do chores, like real chores. They gotta clean the TV. They don't watch TV on the weekdays and stuff like that. So I knew,
Yeah.
dude, I knew kids like that. Like they had to do the quote unquote unpaid domestic labor, and they were like 7 or 6 years old. So the stuff, particularly Caucasian women, that what they complain about, it's mind boggling to me. Now I'm not, because like me, I didn't, the activities that I had. The only thing I had to do was clean my room, which I wasn't good at doing that. So I never really had to OD wash the dishes like that. Only like in high school, I had to do that a lot. But the stuff that I'm talking, like the stuff that I'm like, you do know that I know. I'm talking about kids. They were like 8 years old, and I'd be like, man, like I used to go to there's certain kids I used to go to their house, and I used to be like, damn, they mom is strict. I'm like, do they let them do nothing? I'm talking about they would have to clean they would have to clean the whole house, bro. I knew kids like that. Like they had to clean like they had to do shit. They had to they actually had to do stuff. And then like some of them had to actually really clean their clothes, like really clean it. Now we got women complaining about pressing a button on a machine that's doing the work
Washing
for you.
machine like that.
It's crazy to me. It's absolutely mind, and they'll consider that domestic unpaid domestic labor. That's just crazy. That's just crazy to me.
Stop
But
complaining
even
about
if they
something
don't
that you've
want
accepted and signed up for.
Who am I complaining to? To
Say
you?
that. Say that
Complain
one more
to
time.
me, I mean,
Oh shit.
what you
Who else am
what
I
you
going to complain to?
I'm just saying, but it's constant
I
though.
tried.
So?
My bad.
There
I
is no so.
tried
I
to
mean,
pause it,
It's something that
but it can't. I tried to pause it, but for some reason, because I'm not dealing with a mouse, my
Yeah.
tab keeps leaving the screen. But say that again, Pyro.
I bet if a guy said anything like, "Oh, being parent is so hard," you will see in the comment section, "Stop fucking crying, bitch! Wah. I don't want to fucking hear it." You will just
Yeah.
hear that every single time.
Yeah, like it's. I always tell women this, like, if you're gonna complain about something, but I always say, imagine if a man in your shoes did the same thing. So if you can imagine that and imagine the reaction he's gonna get, you probably shouldn't be bragging or complaining about it, or whatever it is,
Hmm.
or it'll be like still something brag about, like I live by myself, I got my own job, and I'm like,
Yeah, congratulations.
Hmm.
I'm like,
Yeah.
thank you for
You're not a bum
joining.
anymore.
Yeah, the stuff that they brag about is literally what's bare minimum expected from men. What's bare? I'm
Yes.
talking about bare minimum. So this is why I try to tell women, like, don't even brag on that. Not even in a meal. I'm like, don't even brag on that, because if a man was bragging about being quote unquote independent and having his own job, you look at that guy like he's a retard. So it's just there's. So I'll tell them, don't even do any of that.
it's
struggling.
something that you signed up for,
So
so it's something
what?
that you need
So
to
what?
accept and you
Bitches
need to.
is stressed out all women, all single mothers are stressed out. We don't like it.
Right.
Nobody wants to be a single mom. That's what it goes back to.
Single mom.
I am a single mom. I take him to school every day. I pick him up every day. I go to sleep with him every night. You take him once a week if I'm lucky.
Once a week.
You have shit to do, weekend. Bro, stop lying. You don't take him for the whole weekend. You take him for
How many times have you been to the McDonald's?
A bunch, because I take him to you every week.
How many times have you driven your car to McDonald's to meet me?
I don't fucking know. What's the point?
But how many?
Point,
so then that's going to
take him enough.
That's going to tell you that I have my son a lot.
Not enough.
How many times have you driven to the park over there on Coldwater?
Because I have to pick him up and drop him off.
How many times?
You're just missing the point. You could take him more, is what I'm saying. You could take him more.
Oh, that's like.
So that confused look that he has, that's literally the same look that men will have. It's always good. You can always do more. You can always take him more. You can always give me more. And he's like, I'm literally doing what's on the custody agreement. you agreed to take him. You agreed to have him weekdays. I agreed to have him weekends. This was because he knows that if he was like, let me take him for the week and you get him for the weekend, she was gonna feel a type of way about that. She was gonna fight back. Like that's so most men usually just do that just so she don't have anything to say about so they don't have to deal with the terrorists in their life. So that's why men will be like, okay, I'll just be the weekend parent. You'll get the week. That's usually what men do. But now things are changing. Men are now starting to OD file for primary custody. Like now the playbook is out for men where basically it's if a woman if she files a motion for more child support, what men now do is they file for primary custody, which is smart. So okay, you need more child support. Well, clearly you don't have the funds to take care of said kid.
You're too broke to take care of the kids, so you might as well take it off your hands.
So, and on top of that, she's going to be asking for extra money off the books because what happens is what women do, they double dip. So they take the money, they have the child support money, but they don't really spend it on the kid. What they do is they ask for extra money. They're like, no, the kid needs money for book bag, shoes, blah, blah, blah. And then the man will be like, shouldn't the child support cover that? And like, no, do you want me to take you back to court? And
my dog.
That's usually what forces men to do that kind of stuff off the books, which I tell men, don't do that. Just pay what's on the tab. Keep the receipts for the future, and just hope for the best on that end.
Looking at me after they had puppies and telling me. Like speaking and just being like,
you're comparing your kid to a dog.
I have these puppies way too much.
Yo, are you dumb?
That's the way of the world. You're going to have.
What are you talking about? I'm saying you could take him a little bit more. Take him an extra day.
Let me take my son to Philadelphia and go take him to see my family.
Hell no.
Exactly.
So right here, he's like, okay, can I take my son to see my family in Philadelphia? She goes, absolutely not. When she was just saying you need to take him more. But no, you need to take him more, but it needs to be my. So this is why men will just, I'll just take the weekends. You take the week. Because I'm not even trying to deal with that. Who's trying to deal with that? If you're telling me to take him more, but I'm like, okay, let me take him to the city. Oh, no, don't take him to the city. Okay, can I take, no. So he has to ask permission. To where his own kid can be or where I can take my own kid. That's why I tell men, dude, just pay this, just pay the stub, take that L, because you skeeted in the wrong thing. At the end of the day, you skeeted in the wrong thing. Take that L, pay what's on the stub every month, but don't do nothing else. That's what I tell dudes.
It's gonna be a problem.
Like, how does it go from taking an extra day a week to now?
Let me just take him
to Philadelphia. Like, what?
Let me just take.
Like, what are you talking?
Because you pick and choose how I can have my son, bro. It's
what
weird.
are you talking about? Like there's no fucking way
about being with a child. We're not together. We don't live together.
Right.
If we were together,
so I'm saying just take him an extra day. If we were together when he was born, you weren't really doing much. You still went at him. You weren't doing shit.
I was doing a lot,
you weren't
bro.
Doing shit. You weren't doing shit, bro. You were snoring.
You weren't doing shit. The nanny had him.
Yo, the nanny came from 7 to 1. Stop lying.
So by the way, she does have an au pair. So Reaper explained this the other day. So it's like more than a nanny that she has. So the au pair actually lives with you.
Oh,
So
she's
is
a maid nanny.
exactly. So
Oh,
she has an open. So she's not even really even doing the child raising. Really, she's not even raising her own kid, and she's talking about he needs to see him more, and she
Yeah,
has
so
an
what?
au pair.
Yeah, but she's complaining about that though. I mean, I don't understand why. I don't understand why she had the child to begin with though. She don't even want to be responsible for it. Doesn't sound like she wants to be responsible for it though. She's not even responsible as it is. Period. So I don't
Well,
get that.
you'll see later on. He'll reveal to the world that she told him. Later on, you're gonna see she ends up telling. Well, he tells the world that she said that she never wanted a kid, and you know there's a lot of women like that. I'll say most women are like that, but until they meet somebody that they like physically, and then they'll keep that one, right? And then once they keep that one, they don't really know what to do with it. Hence why she has an au pair. She's not even raising her own kid. So she still doesn't like she no, she, of course she doesn't love her kid, but she's it's just something that she has. Now, for some reason people think that a mom's love for her kid is unconditional, like it's just given, and I'm like, no, that's not true really at all. It just it depends on who you are as a person. Just because you're a mother doesn't mean you have unconditional love for your child. That I will disagree with vehemently, because they keep talking about this whole postpartum depression thing, like whenever something happens, like whenever a mom kills its kid, then all of a sudden it's postpartum depression. Or if she pushes her kid in front of a bus, postpartum depression, the kid will be 10 years old. Pushes the kid in front of the bus, oh, postpartum depression. You're just like, so can we really say that in 2024 when we talk about unconditional love, right? So that I will push back against.
Fine.
Stop it.
You need to stop it.
He was with me chilling. He was not.
Where?
Where were you at?
Around every fucking day.
Around where?
Where was I then? I don't even go out.
Chilling in the bed. I was having my son with me all the time.
Oh my God.
I force you to go places with him all the time. I said, yo, we're going to the zoo.
Go without me.
I don't want to go.
Yeah, I don't. I want a fucking break. I don't want to.
Let's go to the park.
I don't want to go.
Let's go
You
here.
take 'em.
Let's go to Beverly Hills Park. I was the one that anywhere we ever went. Let me ask you this question. Anywhere you ever went with your
Hold on a
child.
second. Is my eye like moving?
I have to pee bad as hell. Fuck this shit. Crazy piss. I don't know.
Do you want to talk about yourself?
No, I don't want to talk about myself. Let's go. We're just here for you. I'm here for your topic. Let's go.
What's the topic? I was just trying to say that even though, like I said, people have differences, like we have differences, we don't really see eye to eye all the time.
People have differences, or like people have a difference with somebody? Because I feel
like people who have kids together, a lot of times they don't get along. Because the men do 5% of the workload and the women does 95%, and then they turn around and say, well, that's just mother nature. You know what I'm saying? And then they don't want to make up for the lack of
somebody that's hired in the house to help 7 hours a day. I don't feel like it's the
but you don't pay for it. But you don't pay for it.
Again, you're going back to money. We're not talking about money.
I mean, but if a man's not around,
physical motherhood
listen,
things
yes,
for
I am.
8 hours a day. You say you
Bro,
are.
Listen, the
truth
point is
I've lived with you.
You're supposed to cover the financial burdens of my physical burdens. You don't cover any of that. I do everything.
Okay.
Like,
there you go.
I'm just saying, like, you're supposed to.
You're going back and trying to say you do things. I don't condone paying $10,000 for
who's gonna watch a kid?
18-year-old
Who's gonna watch a kid
to fly over here.
She's not 18. She's 26.
26-year-old to fly over here from I don't even know what country.
She got a 26-year-old Russian spy operative watching her kid, and she's gonna wonder. Well, I don't know what ethnicity the au pair is, but you have a 26-year-old random person, and then they wonder why these dudes is growing up messed up. These kids, these girls are growing up wanting to be OnlyFans models, or damn, what happened? Like, when did you get molested? I don't know. Like, what the like this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Pyro, what you were gonna say something?
26. I pray that lady is not a creep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Talk like a 20. It's one thing. No. First of all, nah, fuck that. Any of y'all watch X-Men? The I'm talking about the original X-Men series that came out in the 90s. They kind of brought it back. But I'm talking about the original series. Remember, like the midwife, like that but the midwife wasn't even a human, but it was like a moose. It was like a big fat moose. That's what I want the au pair to look like. It needs to be somebody like that actually
Yes.
cares, that has had experience, like actually like raising kids and things like that. It needs to be something like that. But what are you talking about? A 26-year-old au pair from overseas? What are you talking? And you know what's crazy? Like a woman will hire somebody like this.
Yes.
A 20, they'll have like a 23-year-old nanny they'll hire from Latin America, and they'll be like, I don't know how he stole my man. She's literally doing your job.
Yeah.
and she's pretty and she's younger. I mean, bruh.
Oh, no, I completely understand. I understand. No wonder Arnold cheated.
And
It
that
was with a
Yeah,
also
lady.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, he messed around with the from Latin America too. Yeah, he
and
had
she
a
And he
son
wasn't
got her
even
too.
pregnant.
He has a grown son.
and she wasn't even pretty like that. She was
Nope.
busted, but she was literally she was doing her job. And for some reason, women just don't want to accept that men like women that do their job, but they just don't like the job description. So if you're going to pay for your replacement, have at thee. But you're literally paying for your replacement. But I'll say in her case, her being a single mom, for her to be a single mom and you're hiring an au pair, and then at the same time talking about he needs to see his son more, but you hired a au pair. It's not even just a nanny. You hired an au pair. I mean, bro, look, man, I don't
Irony.
want her a 26-year-old au pair. Man, what did educated Tyrone said something. I think he said you can't really be hiring teachers nowadays that are ages 25 through 28. They're going to be
Yeah.
targeting kids. I think educated
Uh-huh.
Tyrone said that. But he had that age range. He said from like 25 through 28, you can't you got to watch out for women that go into kids professions during that age, because they're going to be going after little kids. And I'm really, because now all these stories that are coming out about these teachers, they're always between the ages of 24 through 28. You know what I mean? And obviously older, but they've been catching a lot of 26-year-olds, 25-year-olds. And then you'll look at them, you'll be like, you couldn't find a man? You had to go after a kid. You couldn't find no man. You're just
Yeah.
like, wow. And a lot of them be married too. That's another thing. Hold on. Rocky said, I didn't watch the OG X-Men. I watched X-Men Evolution in the early 2000s. Oh yeah, same. I watch X-Men Evolutions, X-Men Evolution. I remember Disney XD. I don't know if they still, but they used to show it on Toon Disney too when I was younger, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I watch X-Men Evolution, but this is who I'm talking about. It's this this is what I want the au pair to look like right here. Hold on for a second. I'm about to bring it up. The moose from the moose midwife from X-Men. I don't know if I can find it. I don't know. It was Pietro's and Pietro and Wanda's, like the person that brought let me see, Pietro and Wanda Moose. I don't know. I can't find it, but I think her name was Bertha or something. She was like from Russia or whatever. But oh man, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find it. But the midwife got to be looking like a midwife. I don't know what you're talking about, hiring a 26-year-old au pair to live with you, and then she's going to be shocked when she grows up, or her son grows up, and it's like 6 years later, and the au pair is only what, 30 years old. And then, oh man, then the son is gonna come out talking about at 12 years old. Oh yeah, I lost my virginity at 12 years old. To who? Who do you think? Like, I don't know why.
Take a wild guess.
He's not even gonna say who it is. Like he's gonna use his eyes and just turn to the opair.
Yeah.
26-year-old opair. First of all, how old? I'm gonna find out how old her son is in the meantime. I'm gonna let it play. I'm gonna find out.
Talk to my son in a different language.
She does. She speaks English, bro. You met her before.
I'm just saying these are the things that you are choosing to do without.
I don't have any family here. I don't have any family here.
All right, so I'm saying like what I say is when it comes to taking care of my child, I'm with all that. But there's certain things like that you do without my consent.
Like what? Explain yourself.
I don't gotta get into it. I already said what I need to say. I'm saying there's certain things that you don't want to be a mother full time. You don't even want to be a mother half time. You don't.
Okay.
That's just the natural fact of it.
I do want to be a mother.
No, you don't.
Just need to
you
be
get upset about a kid trying to play with you. You get upset about my son, the baby crying.
I mean, yeah,
you just don't want.
It's overwhelming.
You're just so masculine that you don't even like. You don't like the femininity of being a mother, nurturing, playing, all that. You don't do that. That's not you, really.
Right, so why were you with someone so masculine for 2 years and decided to have a baby?
I'm just saying because our relationship was cool. It was cool.
So you like masculine women?
I mean, in a certain extent, yeah. But I just never saw that coming, like with us having a child, because you always told me that you never wanted a child.
He thought he could change her.
Right. Yeah. So why did you pull out?
Right. What?
I'm just saying, like, if you didn't want to have a kid with somebody, you should just pull out, right?
No.
So you're irresponsible.
I mean, like I said,
well, she's irresponsible too for letting him shoot the club up.
You're not.
We're living together for 2.
Yeah, yeah, it's just.
She always got to deflect and always got to put the blame on somebody else. That's a typical 304. She's the one to open up the club and let him shoot it up. So
it's like I said, it's pointless to even bring this up with women because I'm like, it's sex. It's your decision. Women choose who they have. Like you'll literally tell them women choose who they have sex with. Women sleep with who they want to. Men sleep with who they can. At the end of the day, it's the woman's responsibility. And I want to give a shout out to Love Dorsey. I don't know if you guys know who she is. I've seen clips of her, but she did bring up something important where even when it comes to people keep talking about, oh, he should have worn a condom. Like, no, that's also the woman's decision as well. Because at the end of the day, if she tells you you need to put a condom on, and if you take it off, there's a law against that. It's actually called stealthing, and the man can actually go to jail for stealthing. So even and what Love Dorsey said, look, if you leave it up to open-ended, ninjas is not going to use condoms. So you have to tell him he has to wear a condom. So I was very happy she brought that part up because people still put that on the man. I'm like, at the end of the day, as a woman, you tell the man he needs to wear a condom, he has to wear a condom. It's all up to you. But like I said, I don't know if people have been paying attention in the comments. You try to have arguments with these people, and the first thing they bring up is their degree. But like it'll be like particularly black women in my comment section talking about their degree and shit in sociology and African American studies. So she'll be like, I have the qualifications. I'm like, your degree is a Google search away. It's really there's really nothing to it. But I'll you know what? Fine, I'll give it to you. You paid your money for it. Fine. But for you to be so-called college educated and you still can't get the concept of, they talk about it's my body, my choice, but they still don't want to take responsibility of it. It's literally your body, your choice. So it's your choice. But it's just like, no, it's not. Bruh. So what's the point of letting you choose your partners if you still don't even want to take responsibility of it? It's like it's beating a dead horse though when you try to talk about these things. It's beating a dead horse because that part they just women just refuse to. I'll say most women refuse to just accept that if you're the one, okay, you say you wanted to choose your own mates, you wanted to do all this, blah blah blah. Okay, so this is what you chose. You chose homie from prison, right? I'm not just talking about Elle. I'm just talking about the general woman. You chose Pookie. You chose the guy you thought that had it all at the club that night that he rented for the day. That's what you chose. So take your L. Stop putting that shit on most of us. But what happens is they don't want to take their L. They still want to blame it on somebody else. And that part is the most egregious of really of it all. It's not necessarily that you picked wrong, but now that you picked wrong, now we got to pay for it. We got to pay for you picking wrong.
Exactly.
Yes.
So this is the unacceptable part. It's not even the fact that you can try to create with anybody you want. I don't care, but if you picked wrong, you pick wrong. Don't put that shit on us. But that's what ends up happening. The common citizen ends up paying for the average woman's recklessness when they're choosing their sexual partners.
Mhm.
Let me see. I see some comments here. Let me say. But right here, Rocky says they blame men who don't even have kids. That's basically what happens, particularly in the black community. It's most of us don't even have kids, but we end up getting the brunt of it, while the degenerates that are literally tearing up the community just walk around free, like
Yes.
nothing happens. And not only what's even worse is in my opinion, it's not even that. I think what's even worse and what I get very sensitive about is you'll have these bitches, right? These 304s, then they'll go to church right after and talking about how they were abused. And they weren't abused. They was they were all up in the clubs. They were not abused. So they'll go up to these churches, particularly they'll go to like American white churches, right? And then pour on that I'm a poor black single mother, woe is me shit. That's what they do. I've been seeing that a lot lately, particularly at my parents' church. I'm not gonna say no names, but I've been seeing that lately. Then you'll have white dudes. We'll talk about most black men don't raise their kids, and you're just like, most black men don't even have kids.
Mhm.
They're most a lot what you see is a lot of black men being stepdads, being step dummies, which makes the situation even worse.
So
So you
all
just
that
so,
all that
so
does is just enduring. So women are saying, all right, these idiots are gonna take care of these kids, so might as well just have more. We have our
yeah,
backup plan already.
they have so much backup plans. They have so many people that they can sell that sob story to. So then what do we do? What can we do if I'm talking about if you have most of the black men that are doing what they're supposed to do or not supposed to do, but they're not even part of the equation, but we're getting all the brunt of the blame. And meanwhile, it's not even really the men's fault for thinking that way. It's just they keep listening to women in their sob stories and thinking that they're telling the truth. And it's way more nuanced than, oh, he's just not taking care of his kids. It's way more nuanced than that. It's way more nuanced than, oh, he's just not taking care of his kids. It's way more nuanced than that. And I'll say this, the actual deadbeat fathers, they rarely get punished. Meaning
True.
the baby mother don't even punish them. I mean that like the actual deadbeats, they're never on child support. They're never on child support. Because usually that guy's either like a serious criminal or the guy's just so embarrassing that they're like, damn, I can't even I can't even get after him because this guy has no job. He doesn't even have a birth certificate. So it's
Yeah.
usually one of the two. Usually one of the
Just
two.
like the video with the guy who got sent to I think it was jail or prison for 5 years, and the ex-wife still knows the guy, still talks to him. The guy who isn't paying the child support, like
They make different rules for different people, but then they come on these platforms to talk about, all men are doing this and whatnot, so it gets very it gets a bit frustrating at times.
2.5 years.
Yeah, but
So what are you talking
so
about?
then what? But if you don't
I'm
want a
not pulling
kid
out,
with
I said.
somebody, you
I
should
never
pull
said I
out.
didn't want a kid with you. I said that you
You
always said
just-
that you didn't ever want to be a mother.
Right. So why would you have a kid with someone who didn't want to be a mother?
Even when it happened, I said it's not right. Like, and you said you said what you said. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just where it went. You know what I mean?
All right. So you're saying I'm a bad mother?
Oh yeah, just in case any of the Tyrones and the Chads in the chat, guys, I don't care if she says she doesn't want kids. You know, you'll have these streams of people on Instagram saying they don't want kids and women on this. Look, if you have money, if you look a certain way, if you're of a certain height or you're of a certain status, do not be surprised if you knock her up. All of a sudden, she's gonna turn Catholic on you. Do not be surprised. I don't look. Look what happened to Fresh. Just look what happened to Fresh. Look what happened to Anthony Edwards. Look what happens to these people. They because the first thing they'll be like, oh shoot, when are we gonna schedule the abortion? And they'll say that, and then the woman will turn Catholic. They'll be like, I don't kill. I no kill kids. Like what? Now you're just like, whoa, now time out. Now all of a sudden you don't believe in killing kids and not. See, this is because what ends up happening is because the Tyrones and Chads, they think they're in their mind, they think they're like the rest of us, or they think that they listen to women say they don't want kids, and they be like, yeah, that's good. They don't want kids. That's nice. So I'm cool. I'm good to go. No, you're not. No, you're not. She's going to keep your kid. She's going to keep your kid. You dudes know who you are. You dudes know who you are. She's going to keep. If you guys are listening to right now, she's going to keep your kid. I don't care how many she killed before. She's going to keep that one.
All she's
Like I
gonna
said,
say is, children are a gift from God. We should take care of them.
I want people to look at Anthony Edwards' chat. I don't want to put the link of my video, but just look at Anthony Edwards' chat with the Instagram girl who was an escort, right? But just look at the chat between them. Just look at the chat. I just want people to look at the chat. This is what they turned it. All of a sudden, they turned Catholic. They'd be like, "I killed one before. I don't want to kill." Now they bringing up killing. Now it's not a clump of cells no more. It's not a clump of cells no more. Now all of a sudden, it's breathing. It has life. It's a gift from God and all this stuff. You're just like, whoa, what's going on? So on Mother's Day, I don't know if I can still have the stream because I'll be on the road. But I'm gonna try to see if I can still have a happy she kept it day live stream, and I'm gonna go through all of these alleged pregnancies or these alleged Mayan sacrifice killings, right? And we're just gonna go over these cases that happened this year, and I'm gonna show you all the videos via Instagram of women literally expressing how much they don't want kids. But you already know what's going to change, especially when you're talking about post age 26, right? 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. This is when they get the heavy baby rabies, especially if she hasn't had a kid before. So you're going to have, so those will be the women that they're going to keep it. Like I say, if you're meeting a woman that's like 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, even if you're the average dude, she's going to keep your kid because she's going to have baby rabies. And really, she's just trying to steal your seed from you because as soon as that baby's born, she's out. She's going to be talking about, oh, I don't feel compatible with you and all this nonsense. And she's going to find something that she's going to leave. So that's what's going to happen. So that's why when you're talking about dealing with women around that age, you're dealing with predatory woman right there, and it's gonna happen because all of her friends are gonna have kids, or all of her friends are gonna get married, and she's gonna be like, I need one too. So she's going to keep that one, and you're gonna have to pay for it for not in child support is not really just 18 years. When you have a kid, it's for life. You know what I mean? You're I know plenty of Angel. I know you can attest to this. I'm pretty sure you know dudes that are around your age and they're still paying for their like 30-year-old daughter.
Well,
You know what I mean?
what it is that a child, even though you're paying like 18 years and like you said, that's it. No, man, that it's your child either way.
Yeah,
So a child for the rest of your life.
yeah. I
So
know.
whether it be that, I mean, it is a child for the rest of your life. So, the child's gonna come to you and say, "Daddy, I need help. Daddy, could you help me with it? Daddy, could you?" And then you're kind of obligated though.
Yeah,
So it is for the rest of your life. It is.
and she can be, and the kid could be 35, 36 years old. Like she'll still have to ask her parents, for help. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Or
Yeah.
like I know dudes that are still paying like their daughter's rent, and they'll be like 40 something years old. So it's really for life. It's really, child support is not eight. That's one of the biggest myths that they put out there, that child support is only 18. No, it's for life. You're paying for that kid for life, and you're connected to the woman that you procreated with for life. So men have to be very careful on who they're sleeping with. But
Yeah,
it's
true.
easier said than done. Easier said than done. I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you love my son though. I mean, you definitely love my child, but I don't. You're not mother material.
I'm not mother material.
No.
Okay.
Mm.
You had a kid with me. So.
I mean, I love my son. I love my son to death. So
So take him more often then. If you're such
I'm working on
fatherly,
that.
fatherly material.
I'm working on that.
Right.
I have him. You know what I'm saying? I have him.
When?
Why do you keep saying that?
Bro, you have
I'm
him
gonna
like
just fall
once.
back for like a whole 2 months and just nothing. Because you're tripping right now. You keep saying I don't have my son.
I'm saying you don't have him enough.
What are you talking
You have him like
about?
once a week.
I meet you even when I meet
With
you
all due
multiple times.
respect,
To go
I
chill
have to drive
with you
all
and
the
my
way
son.
to Van Nuys,
I
and then I
chill
have
with you and
to
my
pick
son.
him. I have to pick him up. I have to drive back and forth. Like gas is mad.
So, Bree, bro, I just added you in, bro.
Like it's a whole ordeal just to drop him off and pick him up.
Bro, that just started. Literally. So just moving to a new house.
Yeah, and it's far.
Okay. I want to be all the way in the cut. But that's neither here or there. I'm saying that stop saying that I don't have my child. We don't live together.
I'm saying you don't have him enough.
We don't live
if you're
together.
saying that I'm not motherly material, you should step in and make up for that. You should be like, yo, she can't handle it.
Yeah,
right?
I'm doing that. I'm slowly but surely doing that. Yeah.
All right. Well, we want to see you more.
I'm concerned.
You're concerned?
Yeah, concerned.
Well, then do something about it.
I am.
Okay.
I have him.
Okay.
There's a reason why he wakes up and gets.
Well, hopefully he means by eventually he's gonna apply for primary custody. Hopefully that's what he means by that.
He's excited and says my name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll see in the comment. I don't know. I just feel like you perceive to the world that you don't have a father in your son's life.
No, the fuck I don't.
I just said we can see what your fan base or your whatever you got going on.
Right.
We'll just see what they say, because what I'm saying from what I've seen people say, is that you portray that you don't have a kid's father.
Bro, you could be a single just because you're just single.
No,
that just means you're a mother and you're single.
Say that, like, because a single mother where I'm from means like I'm a single mom. Like I did it and I did it. Like, it means like the dad's not around. Like you're a single parent means that you're just a parent alone. That's it. That's what it means where I'm from. I don't know. Like it could mean somewhere else. What you saying? But a single parent to me means like single parent. Like it's nothing going, because you don't see dads walking around. Yo, I'm a single father, bro. I'm a single father.
Well, I mean, if the kid lives with you full time, that's what a single father is,
bro.
Not if you have the kid once a week. You're not a single father.
What are you talking about? The kid's going to live with you full time.
Yeah, so that's why I'm a single mom, because I don't have a husband. That's what a single mother is.
We gotta specify that, because I don't think that's what people are perceiving. I think they're perceiving that you have no baby.
Well, she's just going by the actual definition, but I know what he means when he's saying that. He's basically saying via her video she's portraying that she's doing it by herself, and that's what I would say most single mothers will always portray it, that they're doing it by themselves, but then at the same time have like another social media post talking about happy co-parenting, and you're just like, you just threw your whole man under the bus by saying you're doing everything by yourself. See, oh my god, I did it again. I keep messing up for YouTube.
You have no.
So I'm like the Mother Mary or whatever. I just got pregnant.
You're walking around with a kid who has my name and screams my name and loves me.
I didn't say he doesn't love you.
Okay, I'm glad we set that straight then. That's cool. That's cool with me. Because I feel like a lot of your thing is just bitterness towards the world and men and this, that, and the third. And
you don't think you have anything to do with that?
You could never, ever say that you have a like. There's so many women out here that would like scream and cry for they child that had a dad. You know what I'm saying? And like you had that. Like I don't even play about my kid. I don't play with my son. So
you don't think you could do more?
There's always room for more. There's always room for growth. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Yeah, you said I'm bitter and all this. So you don't think you have anything to do with my bitterness towards men? I'm just you think you were a good.
When I met you, you were bitter towards men. Stop it.
So you're not going to take any accountability for any of your.
So this is important to me. I like how she didn't even address the fact that first of all, he exposed her by saying like, look, she asked, do you think your actions had anything to do with my bitterness towards men? And he was like, no, you've hated men before I met you. And she didn't even deny it. And this is what I try to tell men. You guys need to be careful who you're impregnating or having sex with. Like, even though they have high body counts, they don't really like men like that. It's really few men that women like, particularly today, where basically misandry is normal. Misandry is just like, it's just normal. You know what I mean? So even though once they hit, 27, 28, 29, and they quote unquote change, post epiphany phase, that man hating spirit thing that they have, it's still there. So men have to be, careful on that end.
Just look at her nose shape. She looks like a witch. And this is with makeup. She looks evil, even with makeup. Look at her nose.
Oh yeah, bro. Do you wanna guess what race she is?
Italian?
Nope. But she is white. She is white.
Irish?
So, nope.
Irish, Italian. She's not Spain.
She's a part of. She's a part of
Eastern
the
European. Oh, nope. The small hats.
Yes.
Wow.
You would have never guessed, though, right?
She's really. Do you understand? Do you understand how monumental this is? She's really discarded. Like she is. Even my boy, he's observant, but he's not orthodox or anything, right? And he observes the Sabbath, blah blah. I couldn't even get with his cousin, who was kind of ostracized out of that community, divorced. And even he was like, yo, I can't hook you up with her just because, So for her to be dating anybody outside the group, she's really outside. Or maybe her family wasn't that religious or into this shit, but she's really, and just because she's Jay, I don't want to get in trouble, but infiltration is very strong with a certain group. So he better be very careful, even as a father of this chick. She's dangerous. But
yeah.
Your actions. So you were good to me.
Yeah.
Why are you lying?
Yeah, it was. It was certain situations like you're a very disrespectful little girl. And sometimes,
what?
Not physically, but you need a little spanking. You know what I mean? Because you're disrespectful, man.
You're not disrespectful?
I don't need to be. Like, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to be poked. You know what I'm saying? Like, pause. Like, I don't need to be like always challenged by you. Like, I'm not used to that.
You think I was always challenging you? I don't even think I was talking to you half the time. I would walk around silent. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to talk.
You stop. You need to stop, man.
I didn't want to talk to you half the time. You would force me to talk to you. I try to stop. I try to not talk to you just so I didn't want to argue with you because all you want to do is fight.
When would that happen?
All the time. All you just want to fight. You like toxic women.
No, you don't.
You don't like toxic women.
So she basically snitches on herself by saying she's toxic.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, a lot of the things that she was accusing him, lobbying against him, it was basically projection. This is why I thought she was stupid for getting him on the show, because now she told on herself way too many times. So now because I'm getting his side of the story, I'm getting your side of the story, her side of the story, And most of the things that she has probably said about him of the past is not going to add up to anybody with common sense, especially if they see a show like this.
You call a healthy conversation a fight. You call a debate a fight. You call a let's get to a resolution in this situation.
What resolution have you ever tried to get to? You are like the most dramatic person. I can't even joke with you. Like if you joke with you, you get upset.
But you're one of those kids, like from those.
Well, another thing, women tell. First of all, women are not funny, and then second of all, when they tell jokes, it's not really jokes. It's like something like really personal that you confided with them in it, and then they'll joke about that. In their mind, it's a joke, but they'll mention it, and then they'll be like, "Oh no, we're just joking. How come you can never take a joke?" They'll do some shit like that, and you're like, people are not even supposed to know about that. But that's usually probably what happened. You know, he probably opened up to her about how tough prison was, and then she probably joked about that. That's how women usually, you know, quote unquote, do jokes.
She met him outside of she met him while he was in prison, or once he got
no,
out?
he had just got out. He had got out of prison, but he was in a bad way financially. Because if you're coming out, if you're coming out of prison, you don't.
She poached him out of prison. Wow.
Well, I don't know if she posted his bail, but he was basically
no,
fresh.
not posted, not posted. I said poached. Like,
oh yeah, yes, exactly.
Oh,
exactly. Yeah. So she also used that against him as well. Throughout the show, she was basically using against him. Look, I was the one helping you out for that little time, which was probably like what 2 to 3 months. I was helping you out and all this stuff. But the problem is when you're dealing with a quote unquote financially secure woman, which was probably her dad's money. But when you're dealing with women like that, the reason why men advise men to not date women with a lot of money like that, or more money than him, or more money than you, is because she's going to use that against you. She's going to hold that on you. Remember, I took care of you for those 2-3 months, even though you're going to take care of her for most of the time. She's going to always hold that, and she's not going to listen to you, especially if she's taking care of you financially. She's not going to listen to you. You're not going to be able to hold down the law. So this is why a lot of women, particularly when you're talking about nurses, women that make a lot of money, like particularly in the Black community or in mud sharks, when they make a lot of money, they will go for these guys straight out of prison because they're getting all the masculinity because they're coming out of prison. They're getting all that energy. They're basically getting Chad or Tyrone Light with a discount, because at the end of the day, they get to enjoy him physically, but at the end of the day, they don't have to listen to him. He can't lay down the law. He's really trapped in that situation. He really doesn't have no say.
Masculinity in a bottle, bro. And it's telling that she couldn't get another man outside of a dude come out of prison. She is
But yeah, but he ended up mentioning that. I think first of all, he already mentioned that in there, but he ends up mentioning like, yo, who else are you gonna get?
Neighborhoods that like
what neighborhoods?
Like, think things are funny, they're not funny. Like you're just like one of those kids that like we call douchebags, like shit like that, like fucking prick. You know what I'm saying? Like
no, I don't.
Like you have like your humor is like asshole shit. Like it's not like that shit's funny. Like it's not funny. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe we have different kinds of sense of humor because you're from Philly, not from New York. You know what I'm saying?
Not it, bro. Come on.
What?
A lot of my homies from New York. I mean,
you don't have New York energy.
From where? Brooklyn?
Yeah.
You're from like a little small town. What's it called?
It's not a town. It's a borough.
Borough. You're from a different type of borough.
A different kind of borough. Brooklyn's a different kind of borough. No, okay. You don't know about New York.
Small, segregated borough.
Segregated.
I've been there. It's like, wow.
It's called Flatbush, Sheepshead Bay, Bensonhurst. It's called South Brooklyn.
Okay, here we go.
And anyone from New York knows where that is. You just don't. You're from Pennsylvania. I'm just saying. All right, cool. So why?
I got a lot of homies from New York. A lot of them.
All right, and and so their humor is different than mine.
Way different. Like way different.
All right.
Like way different.
Okay.
You know what neighborhood you're from. I don't want to get into it. You're from a small little Jewish neighborhood. There's nothing going on.
A very small Jewish
neighborhood. I'm from a Jewish.
I know about that.
New York is packed close together.
Yeah,
everything is close together.
That's cool.
And I am Jewish. Like I'm not hiding that I'm Jewish.
Okay.
All right.
I didn't say you were. I just said
okay.
seen
But
it.
somebody in the comment section, I see why she got the owl, the owl sweatshirt now. Oh man, that's crazy. OV 304 is funny.
Oh,
Oh yeah, and by the way, I remember somebody had asked me to cover the Drake thing. I have no respect for Drake at all. As a person, as a rapper, as a man, I have like zero respect for him. So it would be hard for me to cover him. But I'll say this. It's been hard for me to take Drake seriously ever since he got Pusha T's diss track removed from the internet after it amassed like something like 40 million. I think it was like 30 plus million views in like 2 or 3 weeks, and Drake and his team, whatever, got it removed from the internet. Basically, got it removed from YouTube, got it removed from World Star, got it removed for every platform, and it's so bad. Now, the only two channels that have the song, it only has 4 million views, but the channel reviewed the channel revealed to the public, he was like, look, because I posted the story of Adidon, my channel is demonetized. So this is what kind of person you're dealing with when you're dealing with Drake and his crew, whatever. Like you're dealing with a person that's not. I don't even consider Drake a rapper. He's just he's an actor playing a rapper. That's what I've seen. Because he, at the end of the day, he's an actor. He's literally an actor first. That was how he got into the game. He was an actor on Degrassi. He's an actor. So he's an actor playing a rapper. So it's not. So I'm not gonna waste my time. When we're debating, when we're talking about a living legend like a Kendrick Lamar, a Pusha T, these guys, a J. Cole. I'm not even gonna. What is there to debate? What is there to be? You have like an actual rapper, right? In these, or like let's take Pusha T for example, like an actual hip hop legend who literally had a grind to where him and his brother Clips. I'm sorry, him and his brother Malice, right? He's called himself No Malice now, but him and his brother Malice had to grind to where they got, and Drake was really given most of his success, and it's not even close. So it's really hard for me to be like, okay, let's talk about Drake, guys, and how he lost. I mean, to me, he already lost just for existing in this game, as in portraying himself as a credible rapper. You know what I mean? I kind of look at him like I look at Jay-Z. I don't really look at Jay-Z as like, Jay-Z's not in my top 10 of all time. You know, he's never been better than any of his peers. So I don't really hold Jay-Z up. Like when Jay-Z was around in the 90s, he was not better than any of his peers. He was even better than the underground dudes that was rapping right with him. You had Big L, he was running with Big L for a little bit in the 90s. Big L was way better than Jay-Z. Way better. Way better. He even actually had better star power than him in his own city. So nah, fuck that. When we're talking about Jay-Z and these people, like those are what you called plants, industry plants, right? Diddy, Jay-Z, Drake, who else in terms of rappers that are industry plants? Now you'll have your, because people will say guys like women like Nicki Minaj are industry plants. I'm not saying they're not, but they're obviously being used by the industry, but there are certain things that the industry can't really pull Nicki from. Like for Nicki, she's not all the way an industry plant. She's just a woman in the industry, and we already know what women in the industry have to do to get to where they're at. So it's the playbook is very simple. But like guys like Drake, I don't Drake is an industry plant. He's like the definition of a industry plant. Pyro said he put it perfectly. He said Kendrick is Goku, Pusha is Vegeta, and Drake is Yamcha. Technically, that is very true. That is very true. At first glance, if you look at Yamcha just physically, you would think he's good, but he's actually one of the worst people of the group. Let me see. because somebody had asked me, he said, I asked you to cover it, but at this point it's gotten too messy. Kendrick walked him down, end of story. Yeah, so I saw the tracks and but it's not that hard to take down a Drake, in my opinion. It's just the reason why people started putting Drake's name up there is because of the Meek Mill situation. So when Drake and Meek Mill had their beef and Drake quote unquote won it, even though I don't really think he won the beef, he was just more popular than Meek. And I believe Drake had intel on Meek being a hater, before they started beefing. And then look now, all the stuff that's come about Meek, it makes sense why Drake beat him. So it's that's like I don't even care about that. I don't even care about that. Drake merch. Somebody said Jay-Z been mediocre. Yeah, I don't like, because people were mad at me because I said Eminem wasn't in my top 5 or whatever. But I'm like, well, I think Eminem's way better than Jay-Z, and Jay-Z's not even in my top 10 because he's not. He's most. There are a lot of rappers better than Jay-Z. It's just Jay-Z's the most popular, and he's a better businessman than most. But he was willing to do certain things cutthroat things that most men are like, nah, I ain't that's gonna go against my honor code if I do that. But JC was willing to go that extra mile to do certain things. I'm not gonna go into detail on that. We probably all know where I'm going with this. But like I said, just do your research on Jay-Z and see the people that are backing him. I told people do your research on Diddy 2 to 3 years ago. But yeah. These people, I don't have respect for guys like that. A Drake, a Jay-Z, no disrespect, but I don't have no respect.
It was like,
Yeah. Yeah, from a nice
Well,
neighborhood.
Chris,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
go
go.
ice cream
Okay.
truck.
What ice cream truck?
Oh,
There was an ice cream truck outside.
You're
you
out.
don't have ice
You
cream
don't
trucks in
remember me?
Philly?
Yeah, I'm gonna be out. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Have a
All
good
right,
night.
guys,
Have a
man.
good night, guys.
All right, man. Peace out, bro. You see, I keep exiting the tab. I'm sorry, guys.
I woke up every morning. I came there. I was running around the whole neighborhood.
I don't remember now.
When I was going on runs.
Maybe, I don't know. You always go on runs. That's all you know how to do.
So I seen the neighborhood. I ran through the neighborhood, literally on foot, jogging. Sold it. Damn, this bitch acting tough.
Yeah, there's a lot of death that surrounds Jay-Z. That's why I don't trust that dude. There's a lot of
Like
death
this?
that surrounds
Wow.
that. Yeah.
It's crazy right now. I get it though. I get it.
What do you get?
You're very confrontational.
I am?
Yes.
I don't think I am.
Like, you don't want anybody around you that's going to speak their own mind, their own opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's going to have their own voice, like that offend, like that. They get you riled up. And I'm a very opinionated, strong-willed person.
You are.
You know what I mean? So how's that going to,
Yeah, it doesn't work. We came to that conclusion a long time ago.
Right.
That doesn't work.
I'm on your show though, man. What's up? What are we talking about? What's the vibes, man? I'm just talking. I'm chatting. You say something.
I've been saying a lot of things. I mean, you just said that I'm from a small Jewish neighborhood and you don't understand, blah, blah, blah. Like, you don't understand how Brooklyn is. But it doesn't matter. So.
The way you was moving, I don't know. It's even 2 things going to happen around this joint. It's going to go down. You know what I'm saying? So, me.
Yeah, I came to you first. But you weren't.
I still was chilling. You said,
huh?
Where are you?
What?
I'm sending you a black truck to wherever you're at.
Yeah.
That ain't happen? I'm like, damn.
I sent you a black truck?
100%. So I'm sending a black truck right now.
Okay, and then what happened? What? We don't have to get to specific.
I came over.
Right. And then you were calling me every day.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, Reaper, you were right in terms of she approached him first, and that's usually what happens with those top guys. When you talk about the Chads and the Tyrones, they get approached by a woman. So when you hear a woman talk about I approached and nothing happened, that's because she was approaching somebody like way out of her league. But that's why they tend to target the pookies or those guys that came from prison, because they're kind of down on their luck and they can't really be too picky on which woman decides to help. So Young Doka said he didn't say anything about her being Jewish first. That was her. She moving insecure. Yeah. Cause she knows. Cause she knows what her people is about.
I came over.
Bro, you were on your Aquarius bullshit with the love bombing bullshit,
I came
right?
over.
Yeah. Listen.
And it was over from there.
Right.
Right. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right. So you weren't really like that hesitant.
One night only.
One night only?
And I was out of there.
And you were out of there?
Out of there.
And then what?
Back.
And then what?
And then what?
And then what?
And then you couldn't get enough.
What?
You lost your fucking mind.
You're a fucking liar. Bro, you were FaceTiming me every fucking day. Like
doing what? Running around getting money.
You
was like,
you were running around getting money.
Trevor, I'm like, damn, you was FaceTiming me.
I was?
I'm doing
bro, I didn't even like you when I first met you. I just thought you were cute, bro.
I remember the time.
You were arrogant as fuck.
I remember the times. I'm telling you. Like,
let's see if I can fast forward to the part. There's a part that I'm looking for.
You to the top. Let me be your manager. I wasn't even staying in your crib. I was in a guest house, chilling.
Really don't need that. Really helped you in the end?
We're not talking about who helping who and who's not. I'm talking about
right here. Pay attention, guys.
Where did you stay?
I'm talking about, bro, in a guest house.
You stayed in my
and you
guest
told me you wanted to be my manager. You were like, yo, I will take you to the top. Let me be your manager. I wasn't even staying in your crib. I was in a guest house, chilling.
Bro, you were scared of the dog. Like,
you was making
bro.
pancakes, bringing them over to the So what I'm saying,
was.
Cool. So what I'm saying to you,
you were staying at the guest house because you were scared of the dog.
I'm from a foreign land. I'm out here working. I'm out here to work. And I'm and to this day, right now, of what I've done, it's all work. Producing movies, opening my own companies.
You didn't go anywhere. Is what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying,
you ended up being the psychopath.
You presented yourself to me as a manager.
He's a fucking liar.
You really did.
I was a manager.
And then I found out you did that before.
Yeah, I don't want to say that. You need to stop, bro. I was never anybody's manager. I was trying to help you because you just came home from jail.
No. This was not new. I don't want to say names. I don't want to drop names. But you've done this with other people too.
Yo, you're a fucking liar. You're a liar.
Cut the camera off. So I say.
So this is where he calls her bluff right here, and she basically calls her out for pooky hunting.
Names because you know exactly. You ain't tried to be nobody manager before. Model, blue eyes,
bro,
dreads, light skin.
I never touched him though.
It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is the same game you kicked to me, you kicked to somebody else.
So I know off rip, I know 4 or 5 women that be doing shit like this. They'll find a pooky diamond in the rough, right? Guy probably came out of jail, or the guy's coming from a difficult place, right? He's down on his luck. Then they'll be intimate with one of these people, right? But he'll be homeless, right? He doesn't really have a house. So then they'll be like, I'll be your manager. Do you know how many? I know currently 4 women that are on that kind of bullshit. They start off as the guy's manager, but we know what it really is, So this is how mud sharks particularly. Particularly, this is how mud sharks usually run game on Pookie. I'm gonna be your manager. So that's very common. That's very common. Let's see if I missed anybody. Reaper says she's from Bensonhurst, BK, which is historically wild race. Oh, she's from Bensonhurst? Yeah, though they used to chase ninjas. Yo, Bensonhurst. Okay, people don't know that, like from that part of town and like in Brooklyn, like they be chasing ninjas. Like they would literally, they I think they still do that. They be chasing ninjas over there. But like I said, when we talk about the Italian community, there's a lot of small hats in that community. I'm not gonna say most, but there's a lot of small hats that have infiltrated that Italian community, and they can always like act like they're kind of Italian or whatnot, or they're half, but we all know it's small hat time. It's small hat time when they're here. Rocky says, I hate 304s that chase pookies but make a ninja like me wait in court. Rocky said, God, I'm bitter. No, it's just you're not really supposed to be you're not really supposed to be with a woman that's putting so much rules on you. This is why I tend to prefer Latinas, because on the few occasions that I had a Latina, when we were on the brief moments we were together, it wasn't all this rules. You know what I mean? All these rules that they that they're gonna put OD on you. And I'll say this particular, you know, if you have a black woman that likes you, she won't hold back on the sex thing. So that's also a positive on that end. But you know, you'll have, like, I've had a woman tell me this. Like, this was a white woman I was with. She was like, "Oh yeah, she'll just," she said, like, she told me her true body count, and she was like, "Yeah, you know," and then like with the guys I have fun with, I'll just have fun with it, and then the guys that I want them to actually take me seriously and whatnot, I put rules on them. Reaper said that he's on a bus, so he can't talk more. But yeah, she's from a wild racist area. Yeah, Bessenhurst, that side of Brooklyn. Yeah. Oh hell nah.
To you, bro.
So if a nigga's in here in Hollywood from Philly, you ain't bring me out here. I was out here doing what I was doing, modeling, doing all these other things, and you came to me and said, "Yo, I can help you."
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I want to be your manager.
What? Yo, I told you I want to be your manager. I said I could help you because I'm a nice person.
Said I will take you to the top with this shit.
Bro, I never even worked in the entertainment industry.
You even
I
made,
used to work in the cannabis industry.
You
What
made
are
a YouTube vlogging joint for me and you. It was like, yo, let's vlog. I'll get us famous.
I was trying to help you.
Bro, I don't take nothing away from what you tried to do.
Then why are all your girlfriends non?
Well, I'm actually biracial a little, you know, so it's just like,
I'm just.
Oh yeah, so let's skip that part. They would start to talk about race and all that stuff. Let me skip that because I remember that part. But yeah, that's basically the whole interview. Let me make sure, because I know from 49 on there was some gems, but yeah, when she put on her hoodie, she was getting tight. Anyway,
where's my cut?
But what I'm trying to tell you, fuck the materials, fuck the money. I don't care about that shit. Like I said,
you're bringing it up.
I've been having this shit since 2001 when you was sitting on a nigga from a certain type of caliber. I don't deal with no woman that can't offer me nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's shorty. If you can't offer me nothing but pussy, I'm gonna fuck you and we're not gonna talk no more. And that's just like respectfully. It's not like something I'm saying that's like ignorant. I'm saying like I'm only dealing with a woman that can offer me something.
Right.
Teach me something I can get ahead with. That's what's gonna make me come consistently.
Right.
And you are that.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to figure out.
And low key, he's running pooky game right there.
What you're trying to say.
But what I'm saying is, we're not like,
because you're acting like I was just like catering to you and you were using me. Like you're acting like you didn't love me or something.
I never said.
I mean, that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like.
I fell in love with you.
Right. Okay.
I was not originally like, yo, this is it.
Right. So you were trying to use me.
No.
So what
I'm in a new town. I'm getting to know things I'm doing. I'm moving. I'm rocking.
Mm-hmm.
It's just me.
Right.
You're coming in my life saying, you're not saying to me, baby, I would just want to be with you. Like I will just drop my life and everything for you. You were coming to me, presenting me things of opportunity.
Because I like to get money. So I was trying to make money with you.
That was your game. That's part of your game. Women have game too. You tried to present a game. You know what I'm saying to you? And then you start throwing back in my face what you did for me. Shorty, I didn't need, you came to me doing these things. To get a nigga like me in your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You felt that you had to do those things to get a nigga like me in your life. You know what I'm saying? And then you want to come back and throw that shit back in my face. Shorty, I could have had anybody do that for real. Like, seriously. If we being 100. So what I'm saying to you is I actually fell in love with the person you are.
Right.
I mean, like you have a habit of just putting out your facade.
So low key, she was hurt by that. She was hurt by that. I could feel the hurt, and you're gonna see it later on. But yeah, what women don't understand, but particularly with guys like that, there were other women that were probably saying the same thing, talking about, I'll pay for you, I'll do this. Like, women will pay for the man that they want. They'll pay for their pookie light. You know what I mean? They'll pay for the pookie that they want. They will. Trust me. So, but for some reason, because a woman will, if a woman pays for a man, she thinks that she's the only one paying for it. I don't know why that they can't connect the dots, but they think that they're the only ones paying and fucking him, or the only ones paying him and giving him money for this and helping him pay his child support. They think they're the only ones doing that for him. You know, pookies have women for certain things and certain positions, and he was trying to tell her, well, you were doing a little bit more, you were doing that and more, that's why I was fucking with you, but you weren't the woman that I thought you could, that I wanted you to be, so things didn't work out.
You know what I'm saying? Remember I kept telling you when we was in that house on Franklin Avenue,
Mm-hmm.
and you kept, this is $1 million house. This is my rental. You should see my car. But when I get out the shop, it's
I sound like how
$100,000
you
car.
sound right now. I don't even care about material things anymore.
I was
I've had it all.
I was trying to tell you that damn where I'm from, this definitely don't look like a $1 million house. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Even the house I'm in right now is a $850,000
I mean, what
house.
are we talking about right now? What are you trying to say? Where are you getting at with this conversation?
Me and you, of the dynamic of me and you.
Right.
I'm giving you a reality check of what women come for, and then they complain about what they get.
Right. So you're saying that women should go for the nicer guys?
Stay in your fucking lane is what I'm trying to tell you. And
Right.
stop trying to jump in these lanes that you really ain't ready for. And then you want to base your whole podcast and everything you're doing off the shit that you decided to do. You know what I mean? It just,
and right there, he basically described, I will say 90 to 95% of the female-led podcasts, they or women doing shows like that where they're basically anti-man, or if they become a Cynthia G follower, what happens is they find somebody and the person was really outside of their league, but they just won't admit it, and then they find out they weren't the only one, or they give them a STD that they can't get rid of, and then they're on like a vengeance tour after that. And it's usually for a guy, it's not usually for like a rich and handsome guy. It's usually a guy that was handsome, but he was broke. And then they quote unquote helped him out. But then they found out she wasn't the only woman that's helping him out, quote unquote. And that's where the bitterness comes in, because she usually, a woman like that won't usually pay for ninjas. You know what I mean?
I just feel like it looks like, damn, like, shorty, it looks crazy to me.
Right.
Like, relax. Like,
why are you calling me shorty? I don't like that.
I'm not saying to you, shorty. I'm saying shorty in a hypothetical slang. Like, damn, shorty. Like, damn. Like,
and a lot of the questions she gave throughout the interview were very irrelevant. Like, that's not even the point. Him saying shorty, that's not the point.
Looking, I'm talking like that. Like, I'm not calling you shorty right now directly.
Mm-hmm.
When did your hood get on?
Like 3 minutes ago.
Can you take it off?
Yeah.
You're like a Ku Klux Klan member right now. Relax.
Maybe I am one. It's a joke.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a joke.
It's a bad joke.
That wasn't a joke. But let's continue.
Though.
Bro, if I told the world the shit that you say is really wild. You know what I mean?
And no, I'm not gonna take that lightly, because we all know if one of her son's friends said the same thing in front of her mixed kid, she would not take that lightly.
But I'm glad you came.
And you
this should be very interesting to watch. So what kind of guy do you recommend I go for if I need to stay in my lane? What kind of guy do you think would be good for me?
I don't like, somebody from where you from, man.
From where I'm from Brooklyn.
A little Jewish guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like about it. What you're really about.
What am I really about? You don't even know.
Getting your money and staying in your lane and just chilling. Like, you don't need to come after these. Like, you don't need to come after the powerhouse and then complain about what you're getting, and then tell me this is my house. All right, shorty, I'm out of here. I'm gonna get my own house, my own apartments, my own like all that. You didn't complain about being single, shorty. You didn't.
I'm not complaining about being single.
Being single. Yo, you do. You talk about that all the time.
Bro,
as far as finding a man, you had a man.
I don't want. But
you had a man.
I did.
If you would have conducted yourself correctly, you would have still had a man.
You don't want me to say what I want to say right now. Just stop it.
But you didn't.
Just stop it. Just stop.
I really feel like I was highly disrespected.
I was highly disrespected. Really with all due respect, if I wanted to be with you, like, we would be together. No, I just can't deal with you.
100% we wouldn't. I don't know why you talking crazy like that.
I forgot you have a girlfriend. I'll just cut that out.
Listen, what I'm saying to you is you don't.
She did not forget that. That's
ever gas yourself up like that to say that. That you can have me if you want me.
I mean,
no, I don't.
You're here right now.
I'm here right now doing a show.
Right.
We're doing a show. We're talking. I'm just letting you know. Don't ever say nothing like that. Like, you can't.
So you're saying you don't love me?
Bro, you're the child. You're my son's mom. Like, yeah, I got wild love for you. I'm just saying that.
So you're saying you don't love me?
I'm saying to you, don't ever say that. If you wanted to be with me right now, we'll be together. Like, what? You just got to. You got to come real correct to ever.
Okay, remember you said that.
I will.
Okay.
It's on camera.
Right.
So I'll remind myself every day.
Okay.
Just looking at it.
Cool. And I don't complain about being single. I'm happy single. Just to let you know.
Nobody thinks you're happy.
Okay.
Single.
I don't care what people think.
That's
Damn, this internet is crazy. All right, so how you do your outros? We gotta bring you on my
I
show
don't even
next.
do an outro. Please
Damn.
like, subscribe, and comment. That's it. Thank you for watching the show. I'm
Follow
sure this
me
was
at
very
the real Horace.
Yeah.
Vanquish plugged in,
Yeah,
man.
do all that.
You know, event center, podcast station, all your private events, private bookings, you know, events, venues, you know, all that. Come out with us, man. Vanquish Plug. We located in North Hollywood, man. Follow me at the real Horace. Kingpin's the movie dropping soon, man. That's about it, man.
What's the man? Like maybe we should drop man out of the like the vernacular. You know what I'm saying?
This is how I speak. Man.
I know, but I think you should just like drop it completely. Because I notice I say like a lot, and I don't like that. You say man a lot. I think like.
I mean, that's.
But we should just drop it out of the
I
vernacular.
don't even know how to, man.
Just etiquette.
Yeah, man.
But thanks for coming. I appreciate you. It was very mature of you. I didn't think you were gonna make it.
You didn't?
No.
I made it on time too.
You were 20 minutes late.
Ooh, she got him there. Oh, wow. That's the best she could do, man. Oh, Lord, man. Oh, man. But after watching that full interview, it basically puts into perspective. I'm like, oh, that's what happened. You know what I mean? You know, it was, you know, it's somewhat what I expected. Somewhat what I expected. Reaper, any comments, any response to, well, I don't know if you're still on the bus, but
I'm on the train now waiting. It was like a big delay on the G train, but yeah, she's she's Canadian. She's from a fairly racist part of Brooklyn. So I mean, you would hope he knows better, but she picked a guy straight out of prison. Talk about I took care of you. No, you paid him for in-home penis. Like, let's be honest, you didn't take care of him for free. Like, oh my gosh, he's just somebody I'm never gonna meet or have any benefit from. No, you know what you're doing, and she still doesn't have a man. Think about this. All this time, he's with a new woman now, and she probably tries to smash. She probably tries to still hit it. And maybe she does. Maybe and maybe that's why he came on the show. Maybe he's being not blackballed, maybe blackmail or being pressured to be like, hey, if you don't come on the show and give me some views, I'm gonna go tell your new girl that we still sleep together. Because none of this makes sense.
I hope he's not sleep, but it is very possible. It's very possible.
She seems like a very manipulative type. Like I said, if you look at her nose, you take that makeup off, she's not attractive at all. She's not attractive here to me here, but I could see her struggling to get men of like respectable ilk in her, in her friends or community's perception of what is good. So she'll pick a guy from prison. But yeah, she's a bone bitch. I mean, she's garbage. She said something earlier when she said, "Oh, you don't think you could have done more?" The fact that she didn't acknowledge that this guy was doing enough says a lot.
Yeah.
What's more? What is more? If I provide enough for my kid is healthy, she's going to school, they have everything they can ask for, I'm spending time with them. What is more? This is how toxic she is, and unfortunately, she should be a lady with no kids and lonely, age 50, and crying with cats and stuff. She should not have kids. She should not have someone to be able to love her. That's why a lot of women have these kids. They want somebody that they can control, that is forced to love them. And she hasn't changed, unfortunately. So he's probably still hitting that, because if he wasn't, she'd probably be a lot more bitter. I'm telling you.
This is true. This is true. Because I was trying to say earlier, I said earlier, it's a double-edged sword. Because if you stop messing with your baby mom sexually, she's going to OD. She's going to kill you. She's going to kill you. But if you do still mess with your baby mom, yes, you're still compromised, but at least you still have a say, somewhat of a say of what happens in your kid's life. But so it's a double-edged sword. Like, you probably remember Corey Holcomb saying like, yo, you always keep sleeping with your baby mom. He said, do this for the family, right? But there's truth to that. So according to you, he he probably is still smashing, which I wish, I hope he's not. I really hope to God he's not. But you might, yeah,
She
I'm,
said the other girl, she's doing that as a flex. The other
yeah,
girl probably doesn't like her, and the other girl's like, "Why are you around this girl so much? Oh, why? You know, the girls know."
yeah,
But and hopefully the other girl's like, I hope the other girl's like, I don't care. That's fine. We know what you are. We just doing this until the kid becomes 18 and can make decisions on his or her own. I don't know the kid's gender. Make decisions on her own. So when the kid's old enough, you can be out the picture. We know what I hope, I pray that's the case because that would be beautiful, and she would have literally no leverage.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I also I know women on that type of time. Like they'll be dating a dude, and they know that the dad is dealing with a baby mother terrorist, so they'll just be like, "Look, I know you got to still be around her. Just keep it, just keep it just to her, and we'll be fine. We'll be fine. And once the kid turns 18, we could free ourselves from this nonsense." But yeah, so I know plenty of people on that time. So I will, let me see. I do have to sign off only because I'm really on limited time. I went 1 hour overtime, which I'm gonna pay for that. But I did promise this stream I would, because I definitely I knew I'm most likely not gonna be able to do it because I'm gone from what's it? Well, let me not tell people the exact dates, but I'm gonna be on tour for a little bit. So I'm still gonna try. I'm gonna try to see if I can bring some of my gear with me. It's gonna be a little bit hard. Pause. But I'm
wait,
gonna
hold
see
up.
what
You're on
I'm gonna
tour
see what
for
I can do.
what? You touring doing what? What do you,
Music. So I'm gonna
oh
be.
shit.
So it's for a small jazz band, but I'm gonna be gone for a little bit. So I already
Yeah,
know.
that's cool, man.
Yeah, yeah, man. But that I'm gonna be struggling because it's not. I'm not a jazz. I'm not a jazz musician. So it's gonna be that's gonna be one of the toughest. That's gonna be the toughest one.
Wait,
Yeah,
are
that's
you
definitely gonna be.
playing? Are you playing or like what's your what do you play?
Oh, keys.
Oh shit. Oh, all right. Hey, Chris Mike.
Yeah.
Good shit, man.
Yeah, thank you, man. But this one's gonna be hard because the music that we're doing is it's not like I actually gotta do like sheet music and shit like that, like which is foreign to me. So I haven't read sheet music in like damn near 8 years. So not oh shoot, not I think more like almost yeah, basically 10 years. I haven't read sheet music in terms of they give me a sheet music and I read it and then I play it. That's so it's so I'm not going in blind because I know the music that we're doing, but I'm still not iffy. I'm still very iffy. I still need like 2 or 3 days of like solid practice, to get this in. But I'm gonna be, yep, I'm gonna be all up in a RV, um, with these guys. I'm gonna be around. I don't want to put all their dates out there, but if I am in a certain city, I will shout out the certain city. I'll shout out the certain city. So I will be in. I'm from what I remember, Atlanta, Georgia is one of the spots that I'm gonna be there. So I am gonna be there. So yeah, I'm gonna be in Georgia. I'm gonna be in. I will. Oh yeah, obviously New York City. That's gonna be one of the spots. LA, I'm not sure. I am not sure about that. I'm pretty sure they canceled. I would have sworn they canceled that date, but I will. Yeah, definitely. I got like 2 dates in North Carolina. Yeah, 2 days in North Carolina. A couple. I am doing. I think a couple shows in Florida. So yeah. Yeah, not too many like huge cities, but going yeah then I got to do a couple of workshops, whatever we got to do that. But yeah, this will, I don't know how I'm going to get this material in. Especially for the last couple of days I've been all gigged up, couldn't really do anything, really couldn't really do anything, literally had zero time with work, all that stuff. I had zero time to do anything. So I'm gonna give, I don't know if Reaper can say his final words, but I will sign off in a couple of minutes. In the meantime, I'll I'll try to see if I'm missing anything on Instagram. Real quick, just check if I got any videos that I'm looking for. Let's see. Oh, let me open up. Let me open up X real quick. Twitter. I still can't call it X. That shit is crazy to me. That joint is crazy to me. But man, I was in Target today though, and I saw some like things like podcast mics that you can bring like for your iPhone. So but I'm like, I don't know how that works. I don't want to buy that last minute. Man, I was up in Target making sure I bought my sleeping bag and shit. all that. Here we go. So I probably will do a video on this woman right here. So I don't know if you guys know, it's a fiance. A woman was caught making out with one of her 5th grade students. She's like 24 or 25, if I'm not mistaken. It's like right at the age that it was either young Doka or educated Tyrone had said this to me. It was like 25 to 28 is the age that you have to watch out for, particularly women, because they're in the it's like the beginning of the epiphany stage, right off the realization that they can't get the chads that they want. So it's there's something scientific, but there's something behind that where it's crazy how they're like targeting kids at that age, particularly when you're talking about a woman with a woman has plenty of sexual options. Out of all the options, they going after kids. It's interesting. It's interesting.
Jason, I spent the overnight hours combing through the most recent court filing, and here's what I found. Right now, 24-year-old Madison Bergman is out of jail. She's out on a $25,000 signature bond. She's charged with first-degree child sex assault. Now, here's how we got to this point.
Nah, it's a small RV. I'm not going camping. I ain't going camping, but they already have the sheets and whatnot. But it's gonna be easier for me if I just use the mattress and then just put the sleeping bag over it instead of bringing a whole set. You know what I mean? It'll almost be. Well, I didn't do that in college. I still brought my own. I brought my own sheets, and then I put the sleeping. I had a long ass sleeping bag ish. I don't. Yeah, it was a sleeping bag kind of, but I already had like the bed sheets and all the stuff. So they already have the bed sheets. I could put extra stuff, but I said, let me just bring the sleeping bag, and I'll be all right. I don't, I'll be straight. But I'm still gonna be posting content. I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find a way. Rocky said, "This is the white bitch I was talking about." It's gonna be a long month. Yeah, hopefully, yeah. Because I already know if they, I'm pretty sure people will not do business with me if they found out I was doing this kind of material. Especially particularly when you're talking about, black people in general. You can't even talk about this shit. Like it will be like a white woman will see certain things that I'll do stuff like this. They'll be like, "Well, I see what you're trying to say, but I don't agree with." they'll say some shit like that. They'll say some politically correct shit like that. If a black woman find out they're doing shit, oh, what you don't like your mama and all this stuff, you're just like, you know what? Never mind. That's why I don't even talk about the stuff that I do. Like I remember one of the singers I was working with. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'd be watching your. I saw I saw your video about Sierra." I'm like, "You saw my what?" He's like, "Oh yeah. I really agree with what you said, and all that." So, but yeah. Oh man, but like they already got the mattress for me, basically for everybody else. So I'm gonna bring my sleeping bag to bring over the sheets, so I don't have to, because then I can just sneak my pillow in there too. So it's perfect. I could literally just be snuggled up like that. Pause. He said her face says she'll do it again. Exactly. Cause I be man, like I'm like those women, they gotta be locked up, because like women, they can have sex with whoever they want. Like, so um when I be seeing them doing this stuff with kids, I'm like, bruh. But then when you look at her husband looks beta as hell. I'm not even gonna lie. Like these be the dudes all up in my comment section. I swear to God, these be the dudes all up in my comment section talking about the most beta is stuff, the most beta stuff ever. And you're just like, you have no, they'll be like, man, my fiance is one of the good ones. I bet you he was one of those people like, my fiance is one of the good ones. Meanwhile, she making out with her fifth graders. Fifth graders. Fifth graders. Fifth graders. It's crazy. You know, people get, man, people are not gonna talk me off that ledge with that whole, why do you think all teachers are
Police say that
thoughts?
Bergman's abuse.
Dude, when you're dealing with teachers, they you know, people could say nurses are the biggest thoughts, and that's true, but at least they'll cheat on you with an adult. At least they'll cheat on you with an adult. Like teachers, they do these things, and it's not just the kids. They be flirting with the janitors. They be, teachers be like, they'll like, especially depending on what school you're on. If you're like from a really well-behaved school, you'll have certain teachers, they'll just take like 20-minute breaks. They'll just leave the class. And they'll be like, okay, you guys have silent reading time from 11:15 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then we're gonna go outside of recess. And you'd be like, and then like during the middle of the 45-minute break, she'll just leave for like 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, especially if you have a class in the suburbs where the kids are well behaved, the teachers will just leave. And you'd be like, what the hell are they doing during this time? Now, when I was in second grade, I was in the office a lot for being in trouble. And I will say half the time they are in the office gossiping, talking about nothing, talking about their man problems, talking about their whatever. Dude, the other time, you don't know where they be at. But I remember at my elementary school, they had like 2 janitors that all the teachers would openly flirt with. Now, as I grow up and I get older, I'm like, oh, I know what these teachers are now doing with their breaks. They're eating, going to the office to talk shit, eating again, or they're sleeping with somebody, because they'll just take random breaks during the class day.
Of this 5th grade student came to light really just in a matter of days. The male victim's parents found text messages between him and Bergman on Monday morning. Then on Wednesday, the parents brought those texts to Rivercrest Elementary School administrators. Those texts include conversations.
It's crazy. Texting with victim. They were passing notes, texts. So this is the craziness that I'm talking about. You know, but they be like, these dudes be all up in my comment section talking crazy. They be all up in my stuff thinking they know. I'm like, you don't even know the bitch you with. You don't even like, for you to even ask why that I think all teachers are thoughts already shows me you behind. you behind. Like, I've been like behind enemies lines as a kid, but I didn't know what it was. But I've seen these people, bro. First of all, you're dealing with, because people talk about the nurses being through trauma and them being through life and death, but at least the nurses get paid. What happens with those teachers? They don't get no money, and they're quote unquote doing it by themselves, whatever. But these teachers aren't getting no money, so she's just like, okay, let me find the beta that the is gonna take my stuff. And I have a theory also as well. I have a theory as well. So you remember when Michael Porter, the NBA player, Michael Porter Jr. was talking about how NBA players have slept with so many women that women don't really turn them on anymore. So they end up sleeping with trannies or men and blah, 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 all that. So I believe something similar happens to women, like, because they can have sex with whoever they want. And and you'll have a lot of them coming out of college, high depth, high body count. So they go to these places with these kids and they're just like, let me just try something new. I mean, they've been catching all these women with their dogs lately. If they're catching women with their dogs, particularly white women with their dogs, what's to stop them from messing with a kid? What's to stop them from messing with a kid? And then on top of that, let's bring up the interview again when Elle said her nanny, like they have an au pair, but the au pair's 26 years old and she has a boy, mind you. Elle has a boy. She has a male kid. So and he's like, I think he's about like what? When I saw the pictures from the Instagram, she didn't even like, oh man, I don't know if they have her Instagram. Yeah, they don't. I don't think they have her Instagram. But I remember I found her profile, and they show the kid looks about 4 or 5, 6 years old. So she needs to watch out for that. There's been plenty of stories of young men. They lose their virginity to the babysitter, the nanny, and they'll be like 10 years old, 11, 12 years old. And meanwhile, she hires a female au pair that's 26 years old and she has a 6-year-old kid. I mean, bruh, what are we doing, man? What are we doing here? Let me see the tag. Oh, they're not finna tag her? Damn, they're only tagging the man. Hopefully he tags her. Nope. I'm gonna find her profile. I'm gonna find her profile. I gotta find her profile. I gotta find her profile. If I can. Nope. It's like, damn, they're not finna. Damn, they're not. Oh Lord. Man, I really I gotta find this girl's Instagram. I gotta find her Instagram because I saw it. Tagged. No. Let me see who's tagged in there. Yeah, they're gonna make it impossible for me to find. But I had saw her profile. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, it's not. I don't even have it saved. So I'm gonna just leave it out off at that. I'm gonna sign off on this. I am a bit over time. Chris, he said I didn't make a video about a beta on Twitter. But anyway, I'm gonna sign off on this. I got a whole lot of work to do. I got an early train ride tomorrow. I'm effed. I'm going be from Connecticut to Washington D.C. tomorrow, so I'm beat. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'm getting a haircut real quick before that. So so shout out to you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you Reaper, Pyro, and Angel for joining the panel. I know it was short notice, but time has been weird on me real lately. So thank you guys for tuning in. Rocky, you already know. Educated Tyrone, thank you for the video. Oh man, that was hilarious. That made my whole day. But thank you for that video, bro. Thank you, Garrett, for tuning in. Pyro, thank you guys. Carlos, thank you for tuning in. Jabinson, thank you, bro. And yeah, I'm a sign off on this, man. Shout out to you guys, man. Yep, Amtrak. So he's no, it's not. It's not luxury. Even though they paid the guys, they paid for my seat, but I was just like, just get a regular seat for me. Just get a regular seat. I'll be fine. It is what it is. But man, shout out to you guys. I'm gonna try to see if I can still post a lot. If I can, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna definitely be on my shorts. There's gonna be a whole lot of shorts, like it was in like 2022, the summer of 22, when I was doing like shorts, just plain shorts. But yeah, shout out to you guys, man. Thank you, and I'm out.